Test, 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 test. Are we live?
Testing.
We are live? Oh, I can't hear you. All right, welcome everybody. Green Country Sports Network. Kelly Calloway, Gary Wing, Craig Wing, Anthony Thompson, Ryan Hosley. Got a whole crew of us. Emily McAlpine. We are sorry about the delay. If you've already logged on, you will have to re-log on to a different link because I think we had to restart that link. Sorry, give me 1 second. Gary, can you talk for just a second? I'm going to try to get this link out.
We're having our coin toss at the moment and lining up. Tahlequah is going to receive the ball. Probably kicking, going right to left on the field. Sapulpa will have the wind beginning the first quarter, and that's going to be a big one because the wind is really blowing right now. It always affects that football, especially the kicking game.
Good, good. Yeah, we sorry about the delay here. We have had some stuff go on, and we are here at the UFFC pregame show. I'm a little distracted, so again, everyone, I do apologize. We come here extra early to get this stuff set up, and you just never know with technology. It's supposed to make things easier, but tonight it gave us a run for our money. So we definitely did do a good prayer tonight, and Gary, we're here. It's a beautiful night at Doc Wadley Stadium, Gable Field, and Tigers are looking pumped up and ready to go. It's a big night. We've got a lot of sports animals here. It's cool to see. And a good crowd for Tahlequah still filtering in. Honestly, I thought I'd see a few more Sapulpa people, Gary.
Well, it's a long way. I'm sure there'll be some more coming in. It is a beautiful night to be playing some football tonight.
Yes, it is. So, Gary, here on this UFFC pregame show, tell me a little bit about what your thoughts are about what Tahlequah needs to do, some keys to the game tonight.
Well, kind of the keys that we've had all season. We need to get some good snaps back to the quarterback. I'm sure they've been working on that.
Oh, I know they have. Yeah.
Very hard. We'll cut those pre-snap penalties out, and basically we're going to have to play a perfect game.
Yeah. We need to play
win
well.
This game.
Sapulpa's a good team, a very good team, and last year we were competitive with them. I was at that game, and
lost 34-24.
Yeah, and it was a lot more competitive even than the 10 points shows.
Yep.
And they have a very nice facility up there. They just built not that long ago, and it was really good place. They were really good to us, and again, they made the jump down from 6A to 5A, so they're going to have some big athletes, and they're going to have a good team, and Tahlequah needs to take what I think they need to take, what they kind of picked up last week and that momentum against Hale. The rest they were able to give their starters and bring that onto this game.
Yes, according to Coach Gilbert, we're going to need to stop Tyrese Jones, the running back.
Okay.
He is a little quick, very, very quick running back. Marco Smith also. They have two good running backs. We need to stop them.
Right.
And then play perfect ball to win this game.
Well, and if I know Coach, the defensive coordinator, Coach Wilson, he's going to have them ready to go. He's got a good game plan, and I think that we're going to see some good play out of that defensive line tonight.
Absolutely, this is one of the best games of the year, best matchup. Max Prep has got Sapulpa ranked number 12.
In search of a home loan? To do your home loan.
two Sousas.
And we are back here on the Green Country Sports Network. Sorry about that delay again. Working out some technical difficulties. We had to make some movement to our camera. A little bit of a different setup tonight, and because we want to make sure and accommodate for everyone. And we're ready for some football, Gary.
Yes, sir. You can tell it's a big game. This press box is full.
Yes, it is. There's all kinds of people in different medias and things like that. So a very big game tonight. And I'm excited. I was pumped up. I woke up this morning. I was ready to go.
Yeah. McMurtry's back on the beat for the kickoff, and number 8 is back there with him, race stop. So we're getting ready for the kickoff.
Yeah. So race stop. Who'd you say, McMurtry back there?
McMurtry, yes.
And we want to thank again UFFC Mortgage, our pregame sponsor.
Go.
Short end over end kick. Fielded at about the 16-yard line. Moving up through the middle and still breaking tackles and brought down at about the 28-yard line. Nice little return there, Gary.
Munoz, yes, it was.
Munoz didn't want to go down. It's kind of cool. I got to tell everyone, I'm getting a little mixed up. We got the screen right here in front of us, and we have a little bit of that delay, so I can kind of see what's going on. But, and I believe we have, if I'm not mistaken, a little bit of a local crew here tonight. The referee, the head ref's Mike Stopp.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know these guys. And here's a pass out to the right, caught, and close to a first down. Looks like he's going to pick up about, let's see here.
Race stop on the reception.
Looks like they're going to pick up about 8 yards, 11:49 to go in this game that just kicked off.
That's a good way to start this game. Sapulpa scored more points than Tahlequah, but our defense has allowed fewer points than Sapulpa.
Yeah, that's a good pick right there. It looks like we're going to have a penalty here. Going to be offside on the Chieftains. Going to give us a Cherokee County collision, 1st and 10. And now we will take that, Gary.
Yes, sir. That's a good start. Sapulpa's got some big men on that interior line.
Yes, they do. Empty backfield. And handing it off to McMurtry around the left edge, and for losing a yard there, brought down right away by the Chieftains.
56 on that stop.
Making the stop for the Chieftains, number 36.
36.
I thought we had a big game on that.
Yeah, it was kind of he might have almost had that edge, but that was a good job by number 36. Can't really read their numbers over here. Miko Jones. And here's the snap. Joyce with the keeper around the left, has an opening, wide open, and breaking tackles, and still moving and going over a Chieftain, and brought down at the 40-yard line of Sapulpa. That's going to be a Cherokee County collision, 1st and 10. Wow, Joyce was on a mission there.
We haven't seen many of those this year.
No, that was awesome.
Saving the good stuff for the big games, I guess. How many yards did he get? That was a big game.
That was a huge game.
Yeah.
You know I can't do math. I said the 53-yard line last time, Gary. And it looks like we might have another offside here, offside on defense. Let's see what, it will be an offside. Another 5 yards given to the Tigers. It's going to be a 1st and 5 for Tahlequah, and they're just moving on down the field, and they will take those penalties from the Chieftains. And our penalty sponsor tonight, Suzanne Meyer, Century 21, Right Real Estate.
Yeah. They've got a new snap count or something. That's
we got another one on. This one might be on us now, so we might move it back. I think it's going to be back to a 1st and 10 for the Tigers. 10:50 to go in the first quarter.
Oh, Coach Gilbert's been preaching that all week.
Yeah.
Got to cut those out. Hopefully that'll be the only one of the games.
Right. And again, we want to thank our sponsor, Suzanne Myers, who's sponsoring our penalties tonight at Century 21, Right Real Estate. We are so thankful for all of our sponsors. We try to give them as many mentions as we can on these broadcasts. Joyce looking over to the side, looking at the coaches, deciding what he wants to do here.
So far, center snap has been wonderful.
It's been really good. And a good snap again, and looking to move it. deciding not to pitch and picking up about 3 yards is going to be Joyce. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. And another penalty flag on the play.
Oh, that's a good one. Yes,
I didn't
sir.
even see it. I'm
Face
blocked.
mask,
Oh,
yes.
face mask. We'll tell it. Tigers will take that.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. It's going to give us a Cherokee County collision, 1st and 10.
Joyce went down in an awkward way. I thought he was just protecting the ball.
Oh.
Apparently he was.
Apparently he got brought down the wrong way there,
yes,
huh?
Sir. Well, this is looking good. We just need to punch it on in here. Just keep going.
So that's going to be a 1st and 10 for Tigers. If you can hear Coach Miller, Elsie Miller, in the background a little bit, you can also hear what he's saying. We got 10-14 to go, 1st quarter. Tigers moving.
Sapulpa's in that 3-down lineman just like we run. Got their linebackers way in.
Here's the snap, dropping back to pass, has a man open and caught and brought down at the 10-yard line. That is going to bring up a 1st and goal for the Tigers. Ray stopped with the catch, giving you a Cherokee County collision, 1st and 10. And thanks again, everyone, for tuning in tonight on the Green Country Sports Network. It's a beautiful night, so if you can get up here and be loud and support the Tigers.
Sapulpa's just giving Race that 5-yard pass every time.
Fakes the handoff. Joyce in trouble and taking a huge sack. He looked to want to get it, throw it away, but there was just nowhere to go with that, unfortunately. Big loss for the Tigers. They're going to bring up a long 2nd, and going to be about a 21, I believe. 9:30 to go, 1st quarter.
We were just talking about the linebacker sneaking in there.
Yeah.
Just too many for
And Joyce he did look to throw it away, but there was just nowhere to go and 3 guys around him.
Well, that's better than interception, Kelly.
Yes, sir. Snap, handoff up the middle to McMurtry, plowing forward to get some of that yardage back. It's going to bring up a big 3rd down for the Tigers.
Making a stop for Sapulpa, number 80, Xander.
That's only his 2nd carry of the night. And,
yeah, he's got going to bring up a 3rd and 16, clock moving, 8:50 to go in this 1st quarter.
Boy, they're giving our receivers a lot of room over there.
You know, the good thing about this right here is even though it's 3rd and goal, essentially, gives them more space for them to do something. There's the pitch off to the left. Sapulpa reading it right away, picking up maybe a yard, if not pretty much back to where he was original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 4th down and goal. A long 16 to that goal. And the Tigers offense kind of stumbled away a little bit. That sack kind of really hurt them.
Yes, it did.
Kind of really. That doesn't make sense.
Kind of really.
Kind of really. Is that the oxymoron of the day?
This is what? Would this be a 34-yard
the ball is on the
goal?
16.
But I think they're going to
33.
go for it.
It'd be a 33. I think they're going for it too.
I think they are.
They're going to get this 1st down. And dropping back to pass, looking over to the right, throwing it deep, has a man open, and is it caught? Oh, it looks like it was dropped. Pass intended for 13. I believe that's Cale Matlock. Just close, really good pass there, just broken up. Nice try by Matlock. And Sapulpa will take over, 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line. He had a man open. It was double coverage. I mean, Cale Matlock did a really good job of getting open there.
Yeah, and he threw that the only place it could be thrown without getting it intercepted. Right. So you think if he had caught it, he'd been in bounds? It would have been close.
It was close. It was close. For high school and college, yeah, I think he'd have had the 1 foot in. And here's the handoff, handing it up the middle. And fumble, ball's loose.
Get it.
And it looks like Sapulpa was able to jump right back on that. And I believe he's going to get a 1st down on that. Darn.
Gained a lot of yardage.
He
on
did. That was a 4-yard run and a 6-yard fumble.
Yeah. That thing, somebody grabbed his arm. It just popped right straight up in the air.
It sure did.
Who was on the carry that time?
I did not see the number. You know me and my old eyes. We want to thank Armstrong Bank tonight. Great bank here in Tahlequah. Go by and see those guys for all your banking needs. Yeah, here we go. Clock moving, 7:15 to go. 1st quarter. Handing it off, and no, quarterback Keat. Nice fake there, and brought down by a host of Tigers, driving him back. still going to get forward progress. It's going to bring up a second down, and we're going to call it 2 with my high-pitched voice. Man, I'm doing all kinds of wrong things tonight.
Well, our quarterback has got as number 16, and that's Alec Munoz, and they've got him down as a wide receiver. So they've obviously had some changes tonight.
And handing it off around the right side, met by a few Tigers and just couldn't get the tackle. Going to pick up another first down for Sapulpa. Ball at about the 49-yard line. I mean the 44-yard line.
On the carry for Sapulpa, number 26, Marco Smith.
Moving the chains, and then clock will start. 6:28 to go.
Marco
First
Smith
quarter.
was carrier. He had 99 yards against Collinsville last. Very impressive
Really?
against Collinsville, yes.
Did they beat Collinsville?
No.
Oh, they didn't. Okay,
No,
I didn't.
They got drilled, but they played a hard game. Collinsville's tough.
Looking to pass, has a man wide open at the 40 and is going down at the 20, the 15, the 10, and he is going to go in. Touchdown, Sapulpa.
D'Angelo Mitchell.
Yeah, he was essentially untouched that whole run. Just at the very end there, they got a few hands on him, but he was about as wide open as you could get. It'll be 6-0 Sapulpa.
We definitely had a busted coverage on that one.
Yeah, definitely did.
Came out of the backfield. Nobody accounted for him.
And here's the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. With 6:02 to go in the first quarter, 7-0 Sapulpa.
Yeah, that didn't
And
take
we
long.
will. Are we going to take a quick break?
Well,
And we will be right back here on the Green Country Sports Network. And welcome back here at the Green Country Sports Network. Tigers got off to a fairly good start, but then had a huge sack that brought them back, and then Sapulpa was able to take the ball at their own 16-yard line, Gary, and march up the field.
yeah, I don't know how many plays that was. It didn't take long to score.
This game also brought to you by H&H Quality Tire and Auto.
You know, Kelly, the team speed is something you just can't practice against, and you can't coach against it. You get out in this game, and that guy would have made 99 out of 100 tackles.
Right.
But this receiver is very fast.
Short end over end kick, fielded at about the 16-yard line, moving to his right is the running back, and upended and hit hard is number 11, McMurtry.
We'll take over at 25.
We will.
Get it on down. I'm encouraged by our offense. We were
I am
able to
too.
move the ball.
It's looked okay, and we were helped a little bit by a couple of Sapulpa 5-yard penalties, but you know that was good. I like that they're making the mistakes, and we've only made we've only had one penalty so far, which is good. The center quarterback exchanges have been really good.
Let's just keep it.
Murtry in motion again, handing it off the left. No, keeping it. The quarterback keeping it, and a nice job by number 70 staying home for the Chieftains. That is Marcus Medina, a senior offensive lineman of 5'10", 211 pounds. He did a good job staying home there and getting a hold of Joyce.
Yep.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10, 5:35 to go, first quarter.
I'm thinking coach has probably got some special plays saved up for later in the season.
We're going to have another false start here, it looks like. Just jumping over and getting in that neutral zone is going to be on Sapulpa. Looks like what they're going to call. Yes, it is. Going to give Tigers 5 yards here. Going to bring up a 2nd and 5. Penalties tonight brought to you by Suzanne Myers, professional realtor at Century 21.
That snap count may be the reason we've been jumping all year. It's just, it must be something unusual for Sapulpa to be jumping so much.
High snap, handed off to McMurtry up the middle and gaining about 2 yards. It's going to bring up a third down, and we're going to call that 3, I believe.
It's taking this long to get used to that snap count, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah, we're going to call it 3rd and 3, ball on the 32. Here in a few moments, next break we have, Gary's going to go ahead and give you our trivia question for tonight, and we'll get that started. And here is the handoff, quarterback keep up around the left side, has an opening there, and continuing to tiptoe across the left side and running into the tent is Tyler Joyce. I don't think that Sapulpa meant to push him over into that edge, but he was tiptoeing around that left edge, and then he stepped out of bounds, and the guy touched him, and they about broke their tent.
That was a big run.
It's going to give us a Cherokee County collision, 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Boy, that's a bad spot.
Oh, yeah, they got him tiptoeing out at the 45. It looked like he got a little further than that.
Wow, I didn't see him go out of bounds. Apparently he did. They're a little closer than we are, aren't they?
A little, just a little bit there.
Sometimes we need to get you to tell us what these line judges are doing with all these hand signals.
Okay, yeah, I can try to watch them a little bit here. You got man in motion, fake the handoff, keeper around the right side there. Met after about a 2-yard gain. Actually, we'll call it a 3-yard gain. Tyler Joyce with another keeper. Going to call it a second. Oh, they're going to give him 2 yards. It's going to be a 2nd and 8, ball on the 47.
Our receivers have one-on-one coverage. If we could, I see us getting a big gain here later on.
Yeah. So depending on what you were talking about, Gary, if it's a pass and they got a motion, if it's a lateral pass, if it's forward or back, that's one thing he's probably doing, which we haven't had a lot of those. And here's the handoff, met right away by a host of Chieftains. Going to be a 1-yard loss here, going to bring up a big 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers. You know, the Tigers we talked about this beforehand. I don't know if we did it off air or not, but Gary, the Tigers are trying to establish the run game, which they need to do because that's, obviously you can't pass, you can't run.
Yeah. They've just got so many stacked in the box there. It's going to be hard to run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there in the box, and number 7's getting ready to come.
Yep. And dropping back to pass, looking, he's sensing the people coming, and he's going to scramble. He's probably going to get the first down, lowering the shoulder and making a huge hit for Tyler Joyce, picking up an awesome, great first down there. Cherokee County collision, 1st and 10. I'm getting tongue-tied. Anthony's laughing at me.
He's bringing his A game today.
The awesome, great touch, first down right there. See?
Yeah. Yeah. That was.
If I didn't own part of this, you guys would be firing me by now, wouldn't you?
Well, McMurtry's not getting many yards. They're really keying on him.
They are, but that's leaving Joyce open to do some things. Joyce dropping back, looking to pass, has a man open. Nice pitch and catch there. Oh, no, they're going to call it incomplete. Pass was intended for, trying to see up there at the top here, for race. Was it race stop?
Yeah.
For race stop, and I guess he just kind of pinned it down, so it is going to be a 2nd down now for the Tigers. 10 yards. Ball on the 41-yard line. Not the 53. I got to make fun of myself a whole bunch because I can't believe I said that. I don't know what I was thinking. And Wayne Kendall, if you're listening, I'm still going to get you back. Mercury motion, keeper by the quarterback up the middle, has an opening, and getting about 4 yards is going to bring up a 3rd down, and we're going to call it 6. Joyce has quite a few rushing yards tonight.
Already, yes.
Yeah. Craig's keeping some stats over here too, so we're pretty good here to see if we can match up. And here we go. And dropping back to pass, Joyce looking, scrambling, has a man open in the end zone, and broken up just a little short there. He threw off of his right foot running to the left. Tough pass to make there. And it's going to bring up, is that going to be a 4th and 5 for the Tigers? So we're going to see if the Tigers are going to go for it or if they're going to punt.
Jonathan Davis coming in into the game. And Cody Bunch is coming off.
Coda.
Hey, we're going to go for it here. Coda
Looks
Bunch.
like we are. Now, they do need to watch a little bit, Gary, for the pooch punt, because Joyce does pooch punt at some. Looking over again at the play, trying to change up maybe what they're going to do. Nobody back for the Tigers, and he is going to pooch it, and it's going to hit and drop. Oh, and take a unfortunate bounce, and it's going to be a touchback for Sapulpa. But that was a good end-over-end punt. It just took the bad bounce.
Yeah. Well,
Sapulpa will have a 1st and 10 on the 20.
We looked good there in a while.
We did. 1:49 to go, first quarter, 7-0 Sapulpa. And Tahlequah, of course, has a good crowd out here. And Sapulpa has a few more coming out here. I don't know. They probably brought their band. They got a big old band over there. Handoff up the middle and going to the left side. Being tough to bring down. A host of Tigers having to get him to bring him down. The running back, number 5, Tyrese Jones.
Yeah, we're going to need a bunch of people to bring him down.
Yeah. They had 1 or 2 hands on him at the beginning there, and he just...
he's quick.
He is quick.
He's quick. You reach out to grab him, there's nothing there.
2nd and 6 for Sapulpa.
All right. We've been gang tackling all year, so that's going to come in handy today.
Here's the handoff. No, quarterback Key making a guy miss and picking up a 1st down and more. Brought down, and we're going to say at about the 47-yard line, 46-yard line. Sapulpa Chieftain 1st and 10.
That's unfortunate. We had him in the backfield.
Sure did.
Just faked us out there. And, that was a big gain for them.
I want to thank another one of our fantastic sponsors tonight, Spring Hollow Feed and Supply. Got you some farm animals. Go by there and see them. They'll get you taken care of.
Yeah, Lacey will managing out there. He'll take care of you.
And here's the handoff around to the right and brought down for no gain for the Tigers.
By that man.
For the Chieftains. I'm sorry.
By that man.
Yes, sir.
Number 53.
Bryson Smith.
And Aiden Glenn. They've got him in there on defense, too. He's a worker. He's outsized every game, and he's been there fighting every game.
2nd and 10 seconds to go, first quarter. And I believe we're going to have a timeout by the Chieftains, and we're going to stay here, and we're going to do the trivia, Gary. So tonight, while Gary's getting the trivia together, most of you already know if you're listening, but the way to enter the trivia, you got to be watching our YouTube first off, so you have to be on here. You need to make your answer on our YouTube comments, but you also have to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you do, tonight you will win a free 30-minute massage from the Palms Massage and Spa. Compliments of Megan White, who I know really well, and she's been so thankful to give that away. It's a huge value, and so you can win you a free 30-minute massage, Gary. So go ahead. What's the trivia tonight?
All right. This is one of the most exciting teams Tahlequah's had. What year did the following all play as seniors? This player had the most passing yards in a career. This player had the most receiving yards in a career. And another player had the most receiving yards by a freshman when he was a freshman. What year did they all play as seniors?
As seniors?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, what was the last year they all played as seniors? Yes.
All right, and running around here and passing wide open for another Sapulpa 1st and 10. He just completely wide open there, Gary. I'm not sure I'm understanding your trivia there. You got me confused.
It's a long one. We'll get it again. There's 3 players that played as seniors that year. And they all played as seniors, but one of them set his record when he was a freshman.
When he was a freshman. Okay.
Yes.
So one of the players set his record as a freshman.
But they all
played together as seniors. What year did they all play together?
Yes.
And they hold that record. One of them had the most passing yards. One of them had the most receiving yards. But the other one, He had the most receiving yards as a freshman.
When he was a freshman.
When he was a freshman.
Yes.
We just need to know the year they all played together.
In their final game.
In their final game.
At
So
Tahlequah High School.
we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back on the Green Country Sports Network. Welcome back on the Green Country Sports Network. Gary Wing, Craig Wing, Anthony Thompson, Kelly Calloway, myself. And we are back here with 12 minutes to go in the second quarter. And a deep pass, and I'm not sure what he was doing. I think he was just kind of throwing that away.
Well, I don't know. That referee was wide open down there, Kelly.
11:55 to go. The referee was wide open.
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed in his effort. He didn't even try for the ball. Yeah. So anyway, number 5 is the quick running back, and we've held him in check so far.
Yeah. So if you didn't hear that again, one more time on the trivia, there were 3 guys. One set his record as the most receiving yards. One set the record as the most passing yards, and then one had the most receiving yards as a freshman, but they all played together their senior year. What year was that? And right around to the right and brought down right away. It looks like, was that Bryson Smith again?
He's in everything, isn't he?
I think it was Bryson. I'm going to look on my little delay here. I can't quite tell who got the big tackle.
He covers that field well.
Yeah, number 53, Bryson Smith. Nice tackle by him. He's playing well tonight.
Big third down right here. We don't want to go down 2 touchdowns here this early.
No, we need to get this going. And I want to shout out to Bryson's parents. They own Grace Medical Supply, one of our fantastic sponsors tonight.
Yes, and we've used them with my mother many times.
They're good people. Oh, and nice defensive play there by the Tigers. Had both guys covered, the running back and the quarterback. It's going to bring up a big 4th down.
Hunter Clay.
Hunter Clay came in fast and hard.
Does he get 2 tackles? He got the quarterback and the running back. That was a great play.
All right, it's going to bring up a 4th and 8. It looks like Sapulpa is going to go for it, and they're looking, have a man open, deep pass, and is it a little too hard? Oh, and he caught it for the touchdown. Wow, what a catch there by the receiver. Trying to see the number here. Number 4, was that number 4? That's number 4 there, D'Angelo Mitchell. You can't really pass it much better and catch that much better, honestly. I don't know what else to say.
He was well covered. That's his 2nd touchdown today.
That brings up the score now 13-0 Sapulpa. I keep looking on this screen and thinking it's live when it's a delay. So Craig and Anthony over here laughing at me again. So
of all the things I've ever done athletic, I bet cornerback would be the hardest thing to do.
Oh, I'm sure.
Cover
Yeah.
out there.
And here is the extra point. It is up and it is good. 10:39 to go. Sapulpa up now 14-0. And we're going to take a quick pause and be right back here on the Green Country Sports Network.
We were just sitting here talking about that touchdown pass. It was just a perfect pass, an amazing catch.
You can't blame the defensive back there. I mean, he was just right on it. I mean, there's nothing better. But, well, you know what I mean. That's just a good pitching catch.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
14-0, 10:39 to go, second quarter.
Tigers
need to score here. They need to get a little momentum back.
Yeah.
And a high kick, end over end, fielded at the 29 and running right out of bounds. It's going to bring up a Cherokee County collision, 1st and 10 for the Tigers on their own 29-yard line.
Dylan Leap on that catch. He's a baseball player. He looked like he was an outfielder out there catching a long fly ball.
And we will be naming our Buffalo Wild Wings and Green Country Sports Network player of the game at the end of the game right before, letting you all know. And it's been a huge deal. I'd love to be able to give them a certificate showing that they've been the welcome player of the game tonight, or one player of the game tonight. So far, yeah. So the way to enter our contest, again, if you're wanting to answer the trivia, you got to put it in the comments and of our YouTube, and you got to subscribe. If you don't subscribe, we don't enter you in. If we have multiple answers, we will take those multiple answers and draw them because we have high technology out of a hat. We do it big time here. 5-yard run right there was that McMurtry on the run?
That was McMurtry.
5 yards for McMurtry, bringing up a 2nd and 5 for the Tigers.
Yeah, the offensive line had a good hole, and then the linebackers closed it pretty quick.
We want to thank Emily McAlpine, who does our camera for us every week. She's done a fantastic job. I believe she's a sophomore at Tahlequah High School, so we're thankful to have her. And another run here, bringing up now going to be a 3rd down, and we're going to call it 3 yards to go.
Yeah. They've got single coverage on our wideouts, and everybody else is right in the box. That running up the middle is going to be tough tonight.
Yep. And quarterback keep again around the left side here, breaking the ankle tackle, going around and plowing down again. Joyce is being hard to bring down. He's going to have a Cherokee County collision, 1st and 10. I'm impressed by Joyce's toughness in play tonight.
Yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah, and they went around the edge, too.
Yeah. Every time they've been able to pull off that fake and go around the edge, Joyce has made something out of it really good. And it looks like we're going to have a flag here. Flag's brought to you by Suzanne Meyer, Century 21 Right Real Estate. I believe it's going to be a false start on the Tigers. Back them up 5 yards.
You know, I don't know what they're doing. I can't see anything, but they're doing something.
I didn't see, I couldn't tell what was going on there with.
It was not a blatant thing. I'm sure he flinched or something.
Yeah, just a flinch. Yeah. Probably because they've changed up the count a little bit to try to draw off Sapulpa a little bit more, and it just got one of our guys.
Yeah.
9 minutes to go, second quarter, and here's the snap, brought around to number 8, and tackled just barely by number 36, Miko Jones, with the nice ankle tackle there. Reception by Ray Stopp, and he almost was able to get around him.
Miko Jones, that's my second favorite player name this year.
Miko Jones. What was your first?
Wagner's had a.
Oh yeah.
It was Miko Jones. Maybe he transferred to Sapulpa.
Joyce looking and scrambling around, running around the left side, trying to get as much as he can. He's going to be brought down at about the 49-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd down for the Tigers.
So what, 5-yard run there?
Yeah. It's going to be a 3rd down and 7 for the Tigers.
That's a pretty good run for 5 yards.
Yeah, he had to scramble around to get that one.
Yeah, I thought they had him in the backfield there. He's getting a lot of exercise tonight.
Snap around the left side. Quarterback keeper. Flag on the play. Going to probably bring back the large run or the long run there by Joyce. It's in the area of holding here. Let's see what the White Hat has to say.
You know.
And it will be a hold there on the Tigers. Unfortunate penalty there, Gary.
Yes, it was, because that was a really nice play. Let's just run it again. We'll get the same thing. We hope. without the hold.
Now it's going to be a long third and, what is it, going to be 17?
Yeah. Well, we started out really focused, and it looks like we're kind of losing that mental edge we had at the beginning.
Let's see where they spot it down. Ball's going to be at the 36-yard line of the Tigers. 8:19 to go. They just keep kind of moving it all over the place here. I apologize. The ball's going to be on the 40-yard line now. Looks like we're going to have a timeout. I didn't see who called the timeout. I'm thinking it was probably the Tigers. And we're going to take a quick break with them. We'll be right back in 30 seconds on the Green Country Sports Network.
Financial. Rafa's Burrito.
And we are back here on the Green Country Sports Network. Kelly and Gary coming at you hard. I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to make fun of all my mistakes that I've had tonight so people can laugh at me or with me, whatever they want to do. Dropping back to pass is Joyce, scrambling to his right, looking for a receiver. He does have a receiver open, but he's throwing to the deep receiver, and it's caught. Nice catch there at the 25-yard line. And that's number 5, Munoz, with a fantastic grab.
He was on the sideline, and he saw Joyce had nobody. He found him an open spot.
Yes.
Boy, that's just like great.
Good eye by Joyce, because he had a guy open over here on the sideline, and we were looking at him to throw it, and he saw somebody else way further down. So nice play there. First and 10 for Tahlequah, and handing it off and met right away by number 36 for Sapulpa. Gary's favorite player, Miko Jones. And now we're going to have a flag. I was looking down at my paper, so is it going to be a personal foul here? On Sapulpa, I believe. We are going to have a personal foul on the Chieftains, so going to take that for sure.
That'll help, yes. Now, this is the second time we've been down here.
Yeah.
We stalled out.
We got in at the first and goal, 10 yards, first and goal. And then we kind of just had that sack that brought them down and lost 21 yards or 21, whatever.
Yep.
So.
Yep. That's one of the bad things about empty backfield.
It is.
If the offensive line has a leak, if there's nobody there. But it's just a coaching philosophy, and it's worked very well for Coach Gilbert.
Excuse me.
Well, here we go.
Yes, here we go. 7:35 to go, second quarter, first and 10. Tigers can pick up a first down. And didn't see what happened there. Got a little bit of a glare, but.
Well, he tried to hand off fake to Murtry, and he should have handed off to Murtry.
Yeah, they read that one right away. Fortunately, though, it wasn't a huge loss like we took that first time. Right. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 13. We want to thank another one of our sponsors tonight, Two Sisters Financial. They manage my money, and I think they do some of yours, Gary.
They do, but I don't have much.
Mine ain't much. If they can manage $20. No, I'm just kidding. And here we go. Bringing it up the middle. I believe that was that Joyce on the keeper. And picking up about the 3, maybe 4 yards that we had lost originally. Actually, it will be 4 yards. So we got one back extra. It's going to be a 3rd and 9. Clock is moving, 6:32 to go.
Yeah, Renita and Rendra.
Renita and Renda. Yep.
Our two sisters. Very proud supporters of Tahlequah for many years.
Right, and then Renita's husband, David Dick, is a Green Country Funeral Home, and they own that too, and they're our halftime sponsor.
Yep.
And now we got flags flying everywhere. I think we're going to have a false start on the Tigers. Back us up 5. And that's penalties brought to you by Suzanne Meyer, Century 21 Right Real Estate. See her for all your real estate needs.
Well, Kelly, we cannot afford this. So hopefully in the second part of this game we'll clean that up. I know Coach will let them relax a little bit at halftime and focus again.
Yeah, clock is now still continuing to move. It's 5:52 to go. Second quarter. Hopefully the Tigers can get some positive yardage here.
Play clock is
man
way
motion,
down.
dropping back to pass. Has a man open and threw it right to a Sapulpa Chieftain. Intercepted at the 1 yard line by number 4, who had the big touchdown reception earlier, and he's going to bring it back to the 21 yard line.
That was the receiver went the wrong way, quarterback threw it the wrong way, something.
Well, when I said he had a receiver open, he had one running across that was wide open, and I thought that was where he was going, but it looks like maybe he was supposed to run towards to the post here over here, and didn't come anywhere near it, to the pylon. Can't talk.
So now does that count as a completion if you throw it to the other team as far as stats go?
I guess so. So we want to thank Laura Lund State Farm for being another fantastic sponsor of the Green Country Sports Network.
Yeah.
And looks like the referees are talking here. I'm not sure what happened.
I'm a little bit upset that Aaron Rodgers hadn't showed up.
I know. We were waiting for the discount double check, and he needs to get with it.
Yeah.
He started finally playing well. You know, all of a sudden they have one bad game. We want him to come on our show, and he's like, heck no, I'm going to start playing good. Losing papers everywhere over here.
Discount double check. All right, defense.
I'm not sure the referees, the umpire, all of them are still talking. I think maybe they're trying to decide where they're supposed to be putting the ball.
As well as we've been moving the ball, 14 points, not.
Yeah, we can't afford to give up any big plays.
No, we're going to be okay.
This stoppage in play is going to be also brought to you by the Tahlequah Public Schools Athletic Foundation. Great foundation if you want to support the Tahlequah Public Schools.
Well, what?
Now they're saying the penalty was against Tahlequah, I guess. I'm not really sure what's going on here.
Boy. These guys aren't too good on their math either, don't they?
No, they have the Kelly Callaway math method. It's going to be a 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line for Sapulpa. And handing it off around the left side. Met right away by a Tiger. Bring him down there. Nice tackle. Unfortunately, he can't get brought all the way back. They're going to give him a little progress. But he is going to have a loss of about 4 there. Who was that made the tackle? 28. Man on a mission, Hunter Clay. That's his second one, I think, tonight where he's come right through.
Second big hit, yes. Yeah. We need a bunch more of those.
Yes, we do.
You know, we were worried about the running game so much, and the passing's what's killed us.
It has.
Can't stop all of it.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, especially when you have it in that far corner like that. It's hard to. You can't stop it. 2 receivers right, 2 left. And now we got a penalty here. False start on the Chieftains. Back them up another 5, so maybe they'll put him back a little further like he was when he got brought down by Clay. Thank you, Suzanne Meyer, Century 21 Right Real Estate, for your sponsorship tonight.
Yeah. We'd like to mention First Baptist Church.
The First Students Program.
Yeah, if you're looking for a place to worship, there's a place.
And dropping back to pass, nobody open, good coverage, scrambling and sliding.
Ooh.
And he's going to be brought down. Gain of about 3 there. It's going to bring up a big 3rd down, and I think we're going to call it 17.
That was a very nice defense.
It was.
Pass coverage and tackling.
It was a good job by the 3rd and 18. 4:20 to go, second quarter. I do want to say that we are going to have Coach Ray is going to come up and talk to us here briefly. He's got some exciting things to talk about for the Tahlequah Lady Tigers softball team.
Oh, they've had a fantastic year.
They have. And here's the handoff. Oh, no, he keeps it, looking to pass it, scrambling, has a man open to the right, caught at the 36-yard line and brought it down. Still going to be short of a 1st down, so we'll see what Sapulpa does. I believe it'll be a 4th down, and we're going to call it 6. Nice pickup there. I think they're going to actually they're going to punt it. It'll be their first punt tonight.
Yeah.
4th and 4.
Our defense is way back, and let them have that.
Yeah, let them have it. That's okay. I'm sure that's what they planned on doing. And that was a great job of keeping them and making them actually punt it.
Yeah, first punt of the game.
It is. Besides for them, yes. We had our pooch punt earlier by Joyce. And here is the punt. Wobbly punt, and it hits their own guy and is going to bounce out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. Tigers will have it 1st and 10, and we will take a quick break and be right back in 30 seconds. Green Country Sports Network.
Good defense.
Welcome back. Quick timeout there. Tigers have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line after a pretty good punt. Here's the snap, rolling to his right, has a man open, caught, gain of about, we're going to give him 5 yards there. Hit a little late, but I guess it wasn't late enough. Nice pitch and catch. I think that was that Ray Stop with the catch, or was that Munoz?
I believe it was.
I think it's Munoz. It was number 6. So it was Jacob Morrison with the catch.
Oh, Jacob. Okay. Good job.
2nd and 6 for the Tigers.
That always makes Mom and Dad happy.
Yes, it does. We're looking for Coach Ray. He'll be up here shortly. And here we go. Keeping the ball is Joyce. And brought down, gaining about, what did he get there? About 3 yards. This is going to bring up a big 3rd down for the Tigers. Clock is moving. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. 2nd quarter. Again, if you want to answer our trivia question tonight, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, and you answer it in the comments. And we will talk about that again at halftime. We will draw at the end of the 3rd quarter. And now we're going to have a timeout by Sapulpa, and we're going to take it with them. We'll be right back when the Green Country. And we are back on the Green Country Sports Network's 3rd and 3. A low snap.
Oh, no.
Tiger, Joyce picking it up and doing anything and everything he can. And unfortunate. Hate to see that happen. A huge loss. Going to bring up a punt. And they're going to give the ball back with about 2:27 to go in this 2nd quarter. Man, it just seems like every time we get real close to something, Gary, something happens and bites us.
That was a wildcat to McMurtry, and he's kind of limping.
Oh, wasn't McMurtry? I didn't miss it.
Limping off the field some.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, me too.
So we're going to have Art Tahlequah's first actual punt here. Joyce doing the punting duties right now, as I believe was it Parker Lane that usually punts?
Yes.
And he is still injured. Have a couple of injured Tigers still out. And while we're paused right here, I want to go ahead and I want to thank Springwater Lawn Care. They do fantastic work on your lawn. I know that we're coming up at the end of the season, but I believe they do leaf removal and tree trimming and all kinds of other stuff. So give Dylan a call. He also has Springwater Fence. They can build you a nice fence. And, I know we mentioned a lot of sponsors on here, Gary, but we're thankful because otherwise we wouldn't be able to bring this broadcast to you.
Yes, and I've coached all 3 of his brothers and sisters. So that I really admire that family for what they've done.
Did you coach their grandpa too? That's how long you've been around, right?
I was.
I'm just kidding. I have to do something about you being old. Remember we talked about leather helmets. All right, here we go. Punting on his own 1-yard line. And nice snap, though. Low, wobbly punt, and fielded it. Fair catch called.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, he was open. He probably could have got a few yards back on that. 2:17 to go. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Chieftains.
You know, and we've had the ball 4 times. We've had 4 big negative plays.
We had the sack
drives.
on the first, and then we had the other one where we got sacked where he got dropped back, and I think he was going to keep it. Then we had this play down here where it was a long, unfortunate snap. But that's really been the only real bad snap tonight. They've made a huge improvement, honestly. My coaching critique.
Yeah. Well, they were working on it. That's why.
And then the INT, of course, we had the one interception. And so Craig was telling us earlier, was it for Sapulpa they had 4 plays that were negative, or was it Tahlequah?
Yes.
Oh, and Tahlequah 4 in a row that were negative yardage.
Yeah, and that was the key of the game. You can't do that. You just can't do that.
Yeah. And handing it off, running to his left is number 5. We got some flags on the field. Suzanne Myers, you're getting busy again tonight with your name getting called. And I believe this is going to be a holding on the Chieftains, and we'll take it. 2nd and 10. Thanks for turning that fan on. It's hot in here.
There's a lot of hot air going on.
Yeah, there is some hot air in here. Yeah.
Well, the good news is, though, with those 4 bad plays, and we're still in the game.
Yeah. Really, we are at 14-0. I mean, we've marched down on them, so they can make some changes. They will at halftime. This is a good coaching staff. So, again, we're going to have Coach Ray, the Lady Tigers softball coach, going to be talking with him here briefly. Has some great news to share. And up the middle, untouched and still moving, not touched until he's touched at the 40-yard line. A huge gain again by number 5, Tyrese Jones, who, Gary, you did talk about at the beginning of the game that Coach Gilbert said we'd have to watch.
Yes, we'll be calling him a lot.
Tigers trying to get off the field. Now I believe we're going to have a timeout by Tahlequah, trying to make some changes of personnel. Are we going to keep it here? Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep it here. Let's do that trivia again, Gary, real quick.
Okay. There were, in 1 year, and we want to know the year, there were 3 players that graduated in the same year. One had the most career passing yards. One had the most receiving yards in a career. One had the most receiving yards by a freshman when he was a freshman.
Yes.
4 years
But they
earlier.
all graduated together.
They all graduated.
And what year
together.
was the year that they had these records that they set, pretty much?
Yeah. What year did they play football? The last year they played as seniors.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so answer that in our YouTube comments. Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to it. That helps us out as a small business. And that's the way you enter. If we have multiple rights, we'll draw. Hand off again to number 5 up the middle. Making some men move or miss there. He's going to pick up a 1st down. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for Sapulpa. 1:32 to go. Clock stopped to move the chains.
Oh, Hunter Clay. Last one up off this tack play. Come on, let's go.
He's been on a lot tonight.
Yes.
Moving fast tonight, Sapulpa. Dropping back, looking to pass. Trying to find the man in the corner again with a big deal. And it looks like it's going to be a pass interference call. I believe the Tiger had a little bit too much of his hand on him as he was going. Let's see if I can see it here. Yeah, it was a little bit of face guarding, which I thought you could do now, but you do have to be making a play on the ball at the same time, even though you're not having your head turned. Used to, you had to have your head turned the whole time to look at it, but I think they changed that rule when I was reffing a few years ago. But he didn't make really a play on the ball, so that's going to give him the pass interference about every time.
Yeah, and they change those rules, and people up in the stands don't figure it out for 3 years.
No, or more. Sometimes.
Officials have to listen to them yell.
One of the hardest things I've ever done is being official.
Yes.
I don't mind taking it from the coaches. It's the parents and stuff. They get on you big time. So
I had a friend that was an official, and coach was getting on him one time. He said, "Coach, I can't see and my partner can't hear. Leave us alone."
And we're going to have a flag here. It dropped back for a loss, so we'll see what this flag's on. The head ref did call the flag, so I believe it's going to be maybe a false start. But he didn't stop. They didn't stop the play. Oh, illegal shift. It's going to be on the Chieftains, and it is going to be declined. It's going to bring up a second down, or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, it will be a second down.
Boy,
and there was a loss of a couple of yards there, so it'll be a second and call it 12.
Yeah, it's really important we keep them out of the end zone here.
Have to.
Just really important.
Have to. 1:09 to go in this second quarter.
You know, back in the 40s when I played, a minute was a long time.
It was. Did you guys use a sundial for your, or one of those sand things that you turn upside down?
Sand things, yeah, that's the time clock, you know, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The clock with the actual hands. Here we go. Dropping back, looking to pass again in that corner, and it's overthrown. Nice coverage by the Tigers.
That was a good coverage.
It was. And he did turn. You notice there he turned and made a play on that ball. They keep going to that. They're picking on him over there. They like that receiver over there, too.
Yeah.
A minute to go, second quarter. This has been a very long couple of minutes here. Call a third. We're going to have a 3rd and 14 on the 23. Let's have a huge stop. What we really need is we need Sapulpa to make a big mistake.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Put it on the ground, we could scoop it and go.
That's right.
Yeah. Might as well dream big.
Here's the snap, dropping back, looking to pass, setting up the screen, has a man open and breaks a tackle, is going to be brought down short of the first down. So I believe, I'm going to figure they're going to go for this.
Hey, there's our man, number 53 again, that ran him down from the back.
There he goes. He's had about 3 good tackles tonight, and Sapulpa moving fast. Now we're going to have a flag. We'll see what this one's going to be. It's going to be on Sapulpa. Must be a... Yeah, they must have not had enough men lined up correctly. Yep, it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. It's going to bring up a 4th, and now going to call it a 6. So in the Tigers' favor there, backing them up, making this 4th down a little bit harder. 38 seconds to go, second quarter.
Yes.
Coming shortly will be the Green Country Funeral Home halftime report. Dropping back for the pass, has a man open in the flat, not seeing him, scrambling, throwing, and almost intercepted. Luckily, it went through his hands and did not touch the Sapulpa guy. Almost had it. It almost took a Sapulpa bounce there.
Boy, that would have taken the wind out of
Oh,
sails,
man.
wouldn't it?
If he'd have just had that interception, it was so close. Tigers will get the ball back with 27 seconds to go. Not sure if they're going to down it or try to go for something here.
Who was that almost had the interception?
I didn't see.
I don't remember him playing much, but was it number 20?
I honestly, Gary, I could not tell you, sir. Might have been LaShawn Johnson.
Yeah,
we'll say it was him.
Good
job,
in a couple
LaShawn.
of plays. Boy, looking back, that play by number 53 that saved that touchdown.
Right.
That was huge.
Right.
That was a great hustle to come running up from behind.
And Tigers look like they're just going to play it safe and knee it and go into the halftime down 14-0, which, you know, of course you want to score, but I think right now they'll take this because they were able to hold them off after the turnover and some of the bad negative plays they've had just to be down 14. Sapulpa will get the ball back to start the second quarter because the Tigers they received it correct, I believe, at the first. So the clock is ticking down. We will be back shortly with Coach Ray for the Lady Tigers softball team, and we will be back here shortly on the Green Country Sports Network.
Hello, I'm David of Green Country Funeral Home, the only locally owned funeral home in Tahlequah, owned by my wife Renita and myself. We're also proud to be the only funeral home in the area with the needs of our community, your families. Our family at Green Country Funeral Home works to assist and guide you through the many details of your family's final needs and wishes. Green Country Funeral Home, where we don't work for a corporation, we work for you.
Welcome back to the Green Country Sports Network. We're here with Coach Ray, head softball coach for the Lady Tigers. And Coach Ray, you had a great season this year. For those that don't know you, could you give us a little bit of your background?
Thank you for inviting me up to visit. Prior to accepting the job at Tahlequah, I was the head softball coach for 3 years there at Morris High School. Had some success there, took a couple teams to the state tournament. Prior to Morris, I was at Henrietta High School. Went to state tournament 2 years there. Brought home a state runner-up trophy there at Henrietta. Had a real good group of kids there. And then prior to Henrietta, I was at Walika High School, which is my hometown where I actually grew up. And I was there, I believe, 9 years. So I kind of lost track over the years. I think this is number 18 or number 19 at the high school level coaching softball.
Well, you were a little above 500 last year, and I believe you've been to state 4 years in a row at Tahlequah.
Yes, sir.
And what do you attribute the big improvement this year?
Last year, we started a lot of young individuals. I know last year at the state tournament, we ran 5 freshmen out there in a state tournament. And I would probably say that the biggest improvement's just another year in the system. The kids have another year of experience under their belt. We as a coaching staff, we go out and try to create the toughest schedule that we can find to prepare these kids for a playoff run. And to be honest with you, we're really not concerned about our record. We just want our kids to be battle tested when the playoffs start. And that way they're ready for the grind and ready for the push for the playoffs and trying to qualify for that state tournament.
Well, your pitcher is Miss Van.
Yes, sir.
And she's a Woodall product.
Yes.
And I've been following her since she was a freshman. She's made a lot of improvement, I think.
Yes, sir.
And Bailey Jones pitched a few years ago for you.
Yes.
And I coached her at Lowry, so I wanted to give her a shout out. She was a hard worker. The regionals, of course, you're 5A4 champion. Who do you anticipate will be giving you a big problem at state? Of course, other than all of them.
We've played 3 of the 8 teams that are in the state tournament. We've played prior twice. They've been very close games both times. Unfortunately, we were able to come out on top of those games. Durant, who finished runner-up in our district, they qualified as well. We split with them in 2 very close games. They're very talented, especially in the circle. Piedmont is the other team we played earlier in the year, and we were able to defeat them. And then I've got to watch Coweta and watch Guthrie. We're all very similar. I think any of the 8 teams that qualify, depends on who's hot that day and who takes care of the fundamentals. We'll probably come out on top, but we really like our chances. I think we stack up really well against any team there, and we've tried to prepare our kids as best we can. Very, very difficult schedule. We've got wins over Broken Arrow this year, over Owasso, over Sand Springs, over Union. So these kids, they don't care who our opponent is. They just like to go play. It's a very resilient group. They show up, they work hard every day, and we've tried to preach to these kids from day one that if you take care of the little things, the big things take care of themselves. So practices, it's just fundamentals, and we as a coaching staff, we just try to do a decent job of creating new drills that hammer home those fundamentals and just try to keep the kids active, and they've done a really good job all year long of showing up and working hard, and they're a really fun group to coach.
Who's been helping you on the coaching side of it this year?
My assistant coaches, since I've been here, Brett Bardell's been my assistant since I've been here, and then this year the administration, they allowed me to have a 3rd assistant coach, and I brought up Miss Shayla Stewart. She was my middle school coach last year. She's a Red Oak graduate. She comes from a very rich tradition of softball, and she takes care of my outfielders for me, and Mr. Bardell takes care of the infielders, and then I usually, when we break up into position groups, I take care of our pitchers and catchers. And having that 3rd assistant this year has really been it's allowed us to really focus on the skills with position groups, and we can get a lot more accomplished in a shorter period of time. So very thankful for the administration for allowing us to have, allowing me to have that 2nd assistant. We can focus in more on the respective position groups, and I really think it's benefited us. It gives us a lot more time to focus on our hitting because we can take care of our defensive drills so much quicker. And I wanted to go back to one of the things you talked about the biggest improvement that you think we've made between last year and this year? And I would have to say it's on the offensive side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've got 11 kids that we usually rotate in that play significant innings, and 10 of those 11 that if I put them out there, I mean, they're all hitting over 300. Got a couple of them in the 400s. So there's really no automatic outs in our lineup. The kids understand our system. If we need a small ball, we need to hit and run. Anything we need to do, all 9 kids that I've got in the lineup are capable of doing that, and that's a great problem to have.
I've seen some squeeze bunts.
Oh yes.
Lots of sacrifice. Bunting looks easy, but it's not easy.
It's not. It's something we work on every day in practice, and you know, I'll have to say our group's pretty good at it, and it's one of the hardest plays in softball to defend because everything's happening so fast, and you know, if the defense just makes one little bobble, you know, we're going to be safe at home. So.
Right. So, do you have any seniors on the team?
Yes, I have. I have 5 seniors. 3 of those seniors start. Lexi Hanna is our starting shortstop. Haley Enlow is our starting first baseman, and Mia Allen is our starting center fielder. And then my other 2 seniors are Skylar Wilson and Chloe Virts. Skylar's been injured here the last week or 2 and hadn't gotten to play much. And then Chloe Virts, she went out in the first game of the regionals and threw a no-hitter. She threw a no-hitter and against Tulsa Hale, and I was glad to see her get that victory in the regional tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. And your daughter plays?
Yes, my daughter starts at third base for us. She started the last 2 years there in her freshman year. She split time in right field and then was our designated hitter. My second baseman is Charlie Cochran. She's a sophomore. Left fielder, sophomore Maddie Matthews. And my right fielder is sophomore Lauren Walker. And then my DP, I've usually been rotating a couple kids in my designated hitter role. Freshman Amelia Miller, and then sophomore Jersey Retzloff. And then when Jersey's not in the lineup as our designated hitter, she courtesy runs for my pitcher. Jersey's really fast and does a really good job on the bases, and you know, it gives me a chance to rest that pitcher because Micah's a good enough hitter. You know, she typically hits in the 3-hole for us, but you know, if she gets a base hit and gets on base, I typically courtesy run for her, and Jersey's been a good asset for us doing that because Jersey's really fast and gives us the opportunity to steal some bases and allows us to rest Micah as well too. And then my catchers, my starting catcher, sophomore Jaden Buttrey, she's done a really good job behind the plate. Not very many pass balls, has a great arm behind the plate, tends to control other teams' base runners. So it's been, you know, it's a mixture. We got 3 seniors, 2 juniors, and then 4 sophomores, and then a couple freshmen that mix in there. So I've got a good mix of kids.
That's good for the future, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd like to give a shout out to Coach Smith. She started a Little League softball here in Tahlequah many years ago in the 80s, I think, early 80s. And Tahlequah's had some success. I'm really glad that you're keeping it going.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's got a good tradition of girls fast pitch softball here. So.
And then as far as the state tournament's concerned, we'll know Monday all the coaches of the 5A teams that qualified. We have to rank the other 7 teams. We can't vote for ourselves. We have to rank the other 7 teams Monday morning, and then they'll take those rankings and they'll seed the state tournament, and that state tournament bracket will be posted, and we'll find out Monday afternoon sometime. But state tournament scheduled to begin Thursday, Hall of Fame Stadium there in Oklahoma City, and it'll run Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
So, Coach, is there a pool play in this, or is it just straight
No,
elimination?
Sir. Single elimination.
Single elimination.
Yes, sir. You have to be at your best.
Woo!
It's one and done. So, you know, something that we've done with our kids this year. It's kind of been our motivation throughout the years. This group of kids, they like checklists. So each week, the last couple of weeks, we've made a checklist. Checklist for the regionals was to basically check 3 wins off and qualify for the state tournament. And the checklist is going to look very similar next week. So if you can win 3, you're going to bring home the gold. So that's the ultimate goal.
Tell them to pack for 3 days.
Yes, sir. I've already told them.
Well, anyway, we sure do appreciate you coming up and visiting with us.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Good luck. So here we are. We'd also like to give a shout out to our volleyball teams. Had a good year this year. and they're going to host the regional volleyball. And you know, hosting a sport is because you have a good team and you have great facilities.
Right.
And our Tahlequah administration years ago made that decision to build a TMAC, and that has been a wonderful
it's been fantastic.
thing. Yes.
I wish we'd have had that when I was here. That was awesome. But anyway, well, we're going to take a quick pause, Gary, and while the band is finishing up here, or are we going to stay on for the band? Oh, we're going to stay on. So we're going to keep talking. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Gary. I guess one thing we do need to talk about real quick is I want to go over some stats here on the Green Country Funeral Home halftime report, and Craig has been keeping some too. I know you have too. These are very unofficial stats, but right now we have Tyler Joyce is 5 for 9 for 63 yards in passing, and rushing, which he's done a lot of tonight, he is 14 for 65 yards. McMurtry we have as 8 carries for -8. What really hurt him is that carry at the end there where the ball was snapped to him. The Tigers did have 4 different possessions where they were negative yards, so hopefully we can turn this around next half and get moving along here. And as you're finishing up watching the Orange Express perform, and looks like they're playing the fight song now. And again, we want to thank David Dick at Green Country Funeral Home for being a sponsor and sticking with us and supporting us this year. And he was our first one to go on board. And we're very, very, very thankful. And I sound like a broken record, but I think a lot of our sponsors a lot because, you know, we're a small business and this wouldn't happen without them.
Yes.
And you know, one of the things that I love is that we're able to give a huge portion back to the athletic program, and we are thankful for Matt Cloud and the athletic department for allowing us to be here and to broadcast this. They could choose a lot of other people, and they chose us because they want to stay local and support local. So we're very thankful for that. And anyway, Gary, you got any more comments or anything you want to talk about before we take a quick break? Do the trivia here in a minute again. Tell them.
We can do the trivia.
Yeah, we're going to do the trivia again. So remember, you got to answer on our YouTube page in the comments. You got to subscribe, and you're going to win a 30-minute massage, free massage from the Palms Massage and Spa. They are so grateful to be a local Tahlequah supporter. We're thankful for them being a local Tahlequah supporter. And Gary, go ahead and tell us.
We're looking for the year that these players graduated, or the year that they played as seniors. One of these players had the most passing yards for his career. Another player had the most receiving yards in a career. And the third player had the most receiving yards by a freshman when he was a freshman, 4 years before this. Mm-hmm. So what year did they all play as seniors? That's our trivia question.
That's it. What year? Just give us the year. Put it in the comments. And
that was a fun year to watch them play football.
Was it? Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, I was gone. I will just say this. I don't know if it's a hint or not, but I was off at college.
Yeah.
And so I'm old, if that tells them anything.
And they finished 7-3, but they also were in 6A that year, Kelly. And so they had a fantastic team, but they were playing some fantastic competition there. The cross-country team's also going to host the cross-country meet Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
The Metro Lakes Conference.
You should go out and run with them.
Yes, I should.
I couldn't even drive the distance I couldn't even ride a bicycle that far. We'll just say that. So.
And I'm shocked at how fast they go for so long. You know, it's just whoo.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on the Green Country Funeral Home halftime show.
Hello, I'm David at Green Country Funeral Home, the only locally owned funeral home in Tahlequah. We're also proud to be the only funeral home in the area with an on-site crematory to meet the needs of our community, your families. Our family at Green.
In search of a home loan, there's only
to do your home loan.
Welcome back to the Green Country Funeral Home halftime show here on the Green Country Sports Network. Lots of Green Country here tonight. Kelly Calloway and Gary Wing coming to you, and Craig Wing and Anthony Thompson, Emily McAlpine running the show, or the camera show tonight. Anthony doing our producer. Craig just putting out fires for us. And he ain't really doing much. He's just going back and forth over here, just, Anyway, I just like to give him a hard time. One person we do want to thank tonight, one of our newest sponsors, is B.J. Baker, trial attorney. B.J. Baker was an athlete here at Tahlequah. I know that they have many different, I can't remember how many it was, Craig. 7 generations of Tahlequah Tigers athletes. And they have a lot of family right now that go to Tahlequah. And B.J. is a huge, huge supporter of Tahlequah Tigers, the Tahlequah community in general, and he's a great attorney. So if you want to, hopefully you don't get in trouble, but if you do, go see BJ. He'll take care of you, or try to. I don't doubt his skills one bit. So thanks, BJ, for your sponsorship, and we very much appreciate it.
I'd like to also mention the Tahlequah Foundation as an organization to raise money for Tahlequah athletics. So go to TahlequahFoundation.com. and tell you how to donate some money. That goes 100% back to the athletic department.
It does.
The way I understand it. That's a dream of a former Tahlequah athlete and coach. Coach Moore started that, and Randy Roundtree, Coach Frank, and some more are on that committee to keep that going. Mike Daniels is also on that. Steve Stinnett, some of the great athletes in the past that are trying to give back here.
Yeah, and they put 3 minutes back on the clock, Gary, because they got to let the teams warm up. But again, what the foundation is trying to do was it in twos? I believe $2, $20, $200, $2 million is what Gary I think is going to try to do. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. He's going to be like, you better not say that.
Trying's a big word.
Oh, but you know, if you enjoy Tahlequah athletics, if you were a Tiger, or if you were a Tiger athletic player, supporter, parent, anybody, any little bit that you can give will help them. And bring big things to the student athletes here, and I know they would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, speaking of student athletes, one of our sponsors, Bob Ed Culver, a House of Representative member, and Bob Ed was a member of the 1975 team, and Kelly, that team was 2-7, and the next year got a new coach, Coach Kent Lashley. A lot of you remember him. He's a professor at the University.
I knew his son, Kent Lashley.
Yeah. So Coach came in. They were 7-3 that year. Won the district, first time in 25 years. Buck George on that team, another one of our sponsors for
the foundation.
Spring Hollow Feed.
Oh, Spring Hollow Feed. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Bart Frank.
Yeah. So
my bad.
So some of our sponsors are proud athletes of the past.
Yeah, and if you all can tell, we've been talking about them a lot, but everyone here, all of them have strong Tahlequah ties, and you know, went to high school here and stayed here and opened up businesses, and we are, you know, it's just fantastic to have them, and we getting ready to start the second half. There's about a minute to go in halftime. So what my thoughts are on this, Gary, is, you know, they worked on establishing that running game. They've got to get some guys open on some passes now. Keep running it, and I think just their defense is doing okay. You know, they've given up 2 big plays. One of them, I don't care who you are, I don't know many people that were going to defend that catch down there on the end zone.
No.
You know, I don't even know that some big Division I players, you know, might not even be able to do that. I mean, it was a tough one. You know what I mean? So there's just not much to that. Sapulpa's a great team. And what are your thoughts before we get started here?
Well, if I was coach, I'd be ecstatic that we're only 14 points down, as many mistakes as we made. So here's a chance to regroup. Keys of the game, no mistakes, no penalties.
Yeah.
We blew that out of the water in the first half, but here we go.
And actually, if I'm looking at it correctly, they've had 30, 40, 50, 60 yards in penalties. They've had 7 penalties for 60 yards. We have had 25, 30, 49. We've had 6 penalties for 49 yards. So they are leading us in the penalties. So we want to keep that there. We want to minimize our penalties. Don't have any long ones. We've only had one 15-yarder, one 15-yard penalty, and they've had a couple. So, which has helped us in our field position. We just haven't capitalized.
No, but new half.
Yep, new half, and here we go. We're getting ready to start the kickoff. 12 minutes on the clock, 14-0 Sapulpa.
Still got a big, strong south wind. Tahlequah's that's at their back on this kickoff.
Yep, and here is the kickoff. Fielded at the 2-yard line and brought up the middle and going around Tigers and making a miss, and he's open. He's got one man to beat is the kicker, and he falls down. Did he fall down on his own?
Kelly, that's a classic example of self-tackleization there. We need to get instant replay on that.
That would be me falling over, but mine would be because I'm out of breath. It wouldn't be for any other reason. That guy, I think, just tripped over his feet.
Well, we're glad he did, because he would have been tough to bring down.
He would have been tough.
We had him dead to rights back on the 20, and he just jumped 3 foot sideways and went right around him. Very quick, very quick.
Yeah, it's going to bring a 1st and 10 for Sapulpa. 11:50 in this third quarter, and handing it off to number 5 around the left, and Matt spins around, missed the tackle, huge gain here, and brought down at the 30-yard line. Got a couple of flags flying in. I'm not sure if that was going to be a horse collar, but I believe it is. It's going to give him another 15 yards at the end of the play is what I'm speculating.
We had him pretty well boxed up in the first half, but But if you notice, our linebackers have dropped back 5 yards. We're kind of covering more for the pass, looks like.
Yep. So here we go with the call, personal foul. No, they're going to call it face mask. It's going to give 15 yards to the Sapulpa Chieftains. They're going to have the ball 1st and 10. Huge pickup there for them. It's moving them into the red zone. Ball's going to be placed on the 15-yard line. Going to be a 1st and 10 Sapulpa. And only 10 seconds has come off that clock. It's 11:40, so 10 seconds for the kickoff and 10 seconds for that play.
Yeah.
And handing it off to the left side. Oh, nope, blown dead here. Looks like we may have a false start on Sapulpa, which the Tigers will take that. Oh, an offside, they're calling it, on the Sapulpa. And bring them back 5 yards, so it's going to be a 1st and 15 on the 20-yard line for the Chieftains.
You know, you're an official. How do you get an offside on offense?
It's got to be the way they're lining up. The way they're lining up as far as neutral zone, they're not having enough, that kind of thing. So it's what they call it, but it's usually, it's typically like just kind of like a false start, in my opinion. But I'm also rough. I haven't reffed much. I'm not good like these high school guys. And here's the handoff to number 5 up the middle, untouched after gaining 5 yards. So Sapulpa doing a good job of pushing the defensive line back, opening holes, because the running back wasn't touched for 5 yards, Gary.
No. And that was a great tackle because he tried that little spin move and didn't work this time.
I know the defensive line, they're fighting to come off those blocks and make the tackle, but Sapulpa has some big boys on that line. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. And here's the handoff again to number 5 around the right side, picking up about 3 more yards. Going to bring up a 3rd down, and we're going to call it 7.
Tahlequah just has a lot of people around the ball.
They do.
They pursued the ball well.
They do. 10:21 to go in this 3rd quarter. I apologize. 3rd and 7 Sapulpa, looking over at their coaches for the play. Need a huge stop right here. I do have to say, if we do get the stop, I think Sapulpa will go for the 4th down.
Well, we're putting a press on the ends out there.
Handing it off to number 10, new running back in there, and he's going to get stopped for no gain by the Tigers. Nice job by the defensive line.
Cameron Mackey on the carry.
And tackle made, I can't tell here who it was. Number 7 on the tackle. That is Jaden Moore. First time we've called his game tonight. I know he's been on several of the pile tackles.
Yeah,
so we're going to call it 4th and 7, no gain there. Sapulpa is going to go for it. I have a feeling they're going to try to throw that pass over in the corner, and they ain't got. There you go. They hadn't have anybody on him for just a minute. And here we go, looking at it. They're not. Oh, the quarterback's keeping it. Is he? Nope. He's got a man.
Oh, good job.
It's tipped.
Good job.
Nice job by the defense. And who was that tipped it? Was that number 53, Bryson Smith?
That's our
coming
man.
Up huge.
Yes.
He's trying to make a play tonight for the player of the game.
Yes, good play. Good play.
While we have a brief stop right here, remember our trivia question tonight. Get on and answer. Put it in the comments of our YouTube channel and subscribe. 3 players all graduated together, set the record. One had the passing yard record for the Tigers. One had the receiving yard record. The other had the receiving yard record when he was a freshman. What year did they all play together their last year? Tell us that year. All you got to put in there. If we have multiple rights, we will draw, and you can win a free 30-minute massage from the Palms.
Come on, offense.
And here we go with the snap. Rolling to his right. Has a nice block out there by number 34. Looking for the man and unable to get it to him. Throwing it a little wide there. Had a really good block by Jonathan Davis, making sure that Joyce could get around that right side.
Yes. Well, it's a team.
It is.
You know,
it is.
Quarterback depends on his team.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 10, 9 minutes and 6 seconds in the 3rd quarter.
And they helped him out there. So
Joyce looking over to the coaches to see if they want to change the play.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They got a lot in the box.
Right
yes,
there,
they do.
yes.
They're expecting the run, handing it off around the right side to McMurtry, busting through, getting about 6 yards. That's a nice run for him. He's had a little bit of a struggle tonight. Sapulpa's done a very good job of containing him. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3, going to give him 7 yards there.
Our center and right guard really cleared out a nice hole right there. Bryson Anderson and did a good job. Big play.
Here's the snap.
Big
Keep
play.
to McMurtry.
Big play.
And push him. They're pushing him, close to it. I believe they are going to get the Cherokee County Collision 1st and 10. That definitely worked out a little bit better on that snap to McMurtry instead of the last time we did it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. And we have a man down for Sapulpa. Hope everything's okay. Hate to see anybody being hurt. Athletic trainer Bryce for the Tahlequah Tigers is going out there. He does a fantastic job. We're going to take a quick break while they tend to the athlete. We'll be right back on the Green Country Sports Network. And we are back on the Green Country Sports Network. Gary, you said it was number 70?
Yes, sir.
Marcus Medina, senior, 5'10", 211, walking off on his own, so good to see that. Don't want anybody to be injured. No matter if we want to win or not, you don't want that. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ball on the 23-yard line. Clock is moving, 8:18 to go, 3rd quarter. Now we're going to have a penalty. I'm not sure what this is. False start on the Tigers. I don't know who it was on there unless it was on the center. But it doesn't matter. It's a false start. Not what the Tigers need this far back. They just kind of go forward and back, forward and back.
Yeah. When you're only getting 3 or 4 yards a run, it's hard to overcome that 5-yard
it is.
penalty.
It is. I'd really like to see McMurtry bust one out. And I think obviously we know he's capable. It's just, Sapulpa's done a really good job of zeroing in on him.
Yeah. We're going to bust a long pass here in a minute. They've got that single coverage on us.
And handing it off to McMurtry and running to the right, met by a host of Sapulpa Chieftains, and I think they may give him a yard. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 14, I believe. Yes, they gave him 1 yard there. And we got 7:37 to go. 3rd quarter. Clock is moving. As you can see, the score is 14-0 here on the Green Country Sports Network. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
Yeah. We'd like to get a couple first downs, nothing else to get us out of our out of the hole down there. You can call a lot more plays when you're on your own end of the field.
Quarterback keep rolling to his left. Nice block around the left side. Just couldn't get anything around it. Joyce going to pick up a couple yards here. It's going to bring up a huge 3rd down, long 3rd down.
Yeah.
Can't tell how many yards it is right now. They haven't updated. Yeah. Oh, they lost a yard. I'm sorry. It's going to be a 3rd and 14. I thought he might have got around that side and around that edge and got one. But the guy coming down there to block with him was really trying hard, but Sapulpa was fighting it off.
This 2 pretty evenly matched teams right
here.
Yeah,
it is. Low snap, good field by Joyce. Looking to pass, has a man deep in the outside there. Pass thrown and incomplete. Intended for, was that 13? Is that Kel Matlock? Just a little bit low of a pass there, and even if he would have caught it, he would have been about 3 or 4 yards short of the 1st down. It's going to force a Tiger punt deep in their own side of the field.
Yeah. Well,
7:09 to go in the 3rd quarter.
They used to tell us just bow your back and
That's right.
just do the best you can.
And Tigers are playing hard.
Mm-hmm.
And the referees are coming up. I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh, I think they're just trying to figure out the proper spot of the ball. Moving it back a yard. They just want to make sure they get everything correct. Well, I'd like to see them move it up a yard. So here we go. Joyce back to punt it. High snap, wobbly short kick. I think it took a Tahlequah bounce and keeps moving, and it's going to be down. We're going to call it at the 48-yard line. So got a good bounce out of that. Of course, he did what he could with it. The snap was high, and but, not too bad. I'd like to see it a little bit further back, but, of course, he is the backup punter.
Yes. Jacob Morrison was the long snapper that time.
Yeah. Long snapping is hard to do. I don't know if people have tried that before ever, but it's not super easy, especially when you got someone breathing over your neck right there.
If you're good at it, you'll be in the NFL.
Yeah, you will. It's hard to find a good long snappers.
Yes. Come on, defense. Bow you back here.
1st and 10, ball on the 47-yard line of Sapulpa. Have a flag here. Flags again brought to you by Century 21 Right Real Estate, Suzanne Myers. They're calling this one on the tackle. I'm not sure what's going on, what he did, but he called him as offsides.
Yes.
Oh.
That's the signal he gave right there.
Oh, was it? I didn't see it. I didn't see what he did, so.
He raised his head up. His head was over the ball.
Oh, his head was over the ball, so that's the offside you're getting right there, Gary.
The-
So don't listen to anything I say. Just listen to Craig, because I have no clue. And his snap handing off to number 25 around the side. Hit and brought down after about 3-yard gain. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 12. Nice stop there by the defense. Number 65, I believe, for the Tigers. Parker Wisenhunt. And number 16, Mason Watkins.
First time we've called their names.
Yeah, Wisenhunt, a senior, 6'2", 225. Watkins is a, let's see here. Can't tell, my papers. And handing it off up the middle and untouched again for about 5 to 6 yards, running back. It was number 16 with the carry, or with the tackle, I'm sorry. Mason Watkins.
2 in a row for him.
Yeah, Mason is I think he is a sophomore, 5'10", 178. He's already got 4 tackles on the night. In the second half. I don't know how many Bryson Smith has gotten so far. We've been trying to count these. Craig's really doing a good job keeping stats for us tonight. And it's going to bring up a big 3rd down and 6. Tigers really need a stop, no yardage, because if they can, I think they'll force a punt. Here's the drop back to pass. Nowhere to go. Met right away and brought down for maybe a half of a yard gain. And who was it that brought him down? Was that number 57 or number 28? It's your guy, Gary, Hunter Clay.
Yes, and old Munoz was in on that play also.
I also saw number 57 there, Dylan Stop.
Yes. We kind of had him surrounded there,
Yeah,
didn't we?
yeah, they weren't
That was
fooled
good
on that at all.
defense. A lot of times you rush at and leave an open lane, and there was no lanes open
Yeah,
there.
5:08 to go, 3rd quarter clock, moving 4th and 6. Sapulpa set up to punt,
Let's run one back here.
and he is taking his time to punt that.
Get out of the
Wobbly,
way,
no,
get
kind of
out
a
of the
spiral
way, get
kick
out of the
there,
way.
and it hits the Sapulpa Chieftain and brought down, going to be downed at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers are going to bring up a Cherokee County collision, 1st and 10, and let's get something moving here.
Yeah, we've had pretty bad field position this whole time. That rugby punt is getting to be pretty
Popular,
yes.
yeah. And that Australian style, I've noticed a lot of colleges and stuff have been bringing over the Australian kickers. And the reason I say that is because I know OSU, their punter and stuff like that, they brought them from Australia. There's several college games that I've watched where they've been bringing guys over. There's a huge academy over there
Really?
that have been doing that style of punt.
Wow.
It's kind of the new thing.
It is the new thing. And used to you would want the spirals, and these
Yeah.
guys are kicking end over end.
Yeah, end over end and running off to one side or the other to punt it.
Yeah.
And low snap, fielded well by Joyce, looking to pass, has a man open, and over his back, we are going to get the looks like we are going to get the penalty here for a pass interference. It was a close call, but I believe it was the right call. If you look on the replay there, he was just right over his shoulder, didn't get much of the ball, and he was just leaning on him. Pass was intended, I think, for Cale Matlock.
I think so. Okay.
You know, I saw him today. I don't mean to cut you off. I was at the store and I saw him. I didn't realize how tall he really was.
He is. Yes.
I mean, I know I'm short, but I was like, man, he is a tall kid.
Yes, he is.
He's 6'3", is what Anthony's saying. But I just saw him. I mean, he doesn't really know me or anything like that, but I know who he is, obviously, and he's a tall kid.
Yeah. He was our former player of the Buffalo Wings.
He's been one. We've had Parker Lane's been one. Dylan Leap's been one.
Parker's
Malik McMurtry, and then last week we had I just went blank.
Jimenez. Okay. Our kicker.
Yeah, our kicker, 27, Bodie Jimerson.
Bodie Jimerson.
We're about to butcher her name. And have we missed anybody else that's been one so far?
I don't know.
Of course, what we're talking about is the Buffalo Wild Wings and Green Country Sports Network Player of the Game, where they get a certificate showing that they have been picked as a player of the game by our staff. And I think it's a cool thing. If I was a player, I would think it was a really cool thing. So, you know, we try to look and see who's doing what and keep an eye on everybody and make a decision. And so far we've got a few guys on our mind that could be the player of the game. Referees was talking to the coach. I'm not really sure what's going on. The clock has stopped. It's 4:49, third quarter. Again, you can see on the score here, 14-0. Do want to thank Armstrong Bank again. Bobby McAlpine helping us out. Armstrong Bank being a fantastic sponsor for us.
Yeah, we appreciate those sponsors.
Sure do.
Yeah. We've known most of them for a long time, haven't we?
Yeah, we sure have.
Good friends.
Yeah. Another one I want to thank, which I wanted to go to lunch there today, but it just got away from me, Rafa's Burrito Company. Go by and see them. They have some great healthy options. So go see Rafa's Burrito Company. And here we go. Joyce with the run. Nice run and not met until he's about at the 39-yard line, tackled, and they're going to get him down at the 41. It's going to bring up a second down, and we're going to call it 3.
That's been the most effective play.
It has. It has. Sapulpa's had a hard time stopping that.
Yeah. I think they're just trying so hard to stop Malik that it's opening things up for there. Opening things up.
We're going to call that a 2nd and 2. 4:10. Clock is moving. 4:08 to go. Third quarter.
We're just going to have no mistakes.
Low snap, but running to the left, looking for a man open. He has him open and caught. Oh, no, it was not caught. Broken up. Pass intended for number 8. Race stop. Nice defense there by, can't see his number yet.
A little bit underthrown.
Number 1. Was it number 1 for Sapulpa? I think it's Josiah Meggs, senior, 5'7", 154.
Yeah. Yeah, a little
underthrown, but it was close. I mean, it wasn't too bad. Catch.
Back shoulder, you think is a back shoulder throw?
Yeah.
NFL.
If he'd have just kept it, he might have been able to get more yards out of that. Nice handoff and running and plowing.
There we go.
And here we go. Bringing down. He's going to get a 1st and 10. Cherokee County Collision, 1st and 10. Gary clapping. He's happy. We're seeing that the ball now is going to be at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
That's the first time he's got loose
Or
tonight.
ball at the 53, 54? I'm joking. It was a 15-yard. I was making fun of myself again. Quick snap. Here we go. Back to McMurtry. Chugging along to the left side. Going to be brought down at the 40. Nice pickup there by McMurtry. It's going to bring up a nice, manageable 2nd down.
So what have we done different here? That's 2 plays in a row where we've got loose.
I don't know. I mean, the blocking up front, making some holes, and McMurtry's just decided he's going to plow through them.
We like it.
2nd and 5, 3:20 to go, third quarter, clock moving. Tigers moving. Here's the handoff. Again to McMurtry around the left side, has opening. Blocker down the field and getting brought down, still going along and brought down at the 15. Going to be another Cherokee County Collision, 1st and 10. Fantastic running by McMurtry. He is definitely doing well this second half.
Boy, he had good vision on that.
Yeah.
He made some cuts.
And you know, we're silly not to say it, but good blocking by that offensive line and the receivers.
Yes.
3 minutes to go, third quarter, 1st and 10. Tigers moving forward.
That was a big play in our first scrimmage. That one right there.
Quarterback keeper by Joyce. Oh, got a flag on the play, darn it. Seems like every time we get down here and we get, I don't know what it is, we got to stop it. Yeah. But it's going to be, looks like it'll probably be a holding on the Tigers, going to move them back 10 yards. Oh, tough. I know the coaches are probably just, very frustrated with that. But let's just make up for it. Every time we've gotten this far back, they haven't really been able to make up for it. They've got to make up for it somewhere.
No, when you're running the ball, it's hard to.
Yeah. It's going to bring up a second down and 20 now for the Tahlequah Tigers. 20 on the 22. Oh, second and 22. I'm sorry.
Sapulpa's must have some good cornerbacks and safeties because we're not getting open back here like I thought.
And dropping back to pass, looking and nowhere to go, and another sack. He's going to be dropped back for more loss. It's going to bring up a long. Gosh. It's going to be a second down and Moody.
Oh gosh, we do this every time, don't we?
I know, darn it. We got to make up for it. We will. They'll make up for it. So, clock is moving. 2:20 to go, third quarter. Thanks for tuning in with us tonight here on the Green Country Sports Network.
But we still have a lot of district games to go.
Yes, we do.
And we clean that up. Just a process of cleaning it up.
Tigers are 3-2 on the year. Am I correct in that?
Yes,
I think
3-2.
So still a lot of life left. Handing it off to McMurtry, a left side, and they catch him down after a run of about 3 yards. Going to bring up a long third, and I'm going to call it 27. That's what they have on the scoreboard here.
They almost have to score.
They got to score, or they got to get a huge chunk to even try to go for a manageable fourth down.
Yeah, this is a dangerous thing because you're going to try to force something. Mistakes happen.
Yep. And if you haven't answered, you need to get your trivia question in and answer because we're going to draw that at the end of the third quarter if we've had multiple yeses. And so here we go, dropping back to pass, looking, has a man open and caught by number 11, Malik McMurtry, going up high and catching the ball. I believe now they're going to have a manageable fourth down. It's going to bring up a fourth, and we're going to call that 8. Tigers are going to go for that. What a fantastic pitch and catch there.
That was. He went up high and made a great catch. Yes.
54 seconds to go. Clock is continuing to move in the third quarter. Tigers looking to pick up a big fourth down here.
Fourth and 8.
They need 8 yards.
We can do it.
Yep. Sapulpa's showing blitz, and Tigers are going to call a timeout, and we'll take it with them. We'll be right back in 30 seconds on the Green Country Sports Network. And we are back on the Green Country Sports Network. 37 seconds to go. Big fourth down for Tahlequah.
Well, you can just feel the excitement in the crowd here. This is a big play, and Tahlequah is not giving up. They're just fighting their little hearts out, trying to get this victory.
So, 37 seconds to go, third quarter. Dropping back, looking to pass. Has a man open and touchdown, Tigers. Go. Touchdown by number, I can't tell who it is.
What's the screen?
Boy, that was a nice play.
And he held on to the ball with a hard hit.
Right up the middle, yes.
And the catch is by number 34, Jonathan Davis. Fantastic play by him. Great throw by Tyler Joyce. Huge first down, or huge touchdown. I'm
and
sorry, I can't even talk. I'm so excited.
Our offensive line gave him time to throw that time.
They did. And the kick is up and good. 32 seconds to go. Tigers now cutting the lead to only 7. We are going to keep it here. Gary, give me some thoughts.
Well, I'm thinking this crowd is going crazy out there. It is such an
Right.
exciting game going here.
It is. All right, last time, real quick, Gary. I didn't mean to cut you off, but we got to get the trivia out one more time.
One more time.
Give you all one more chance on this. Hurry.
What year did the following players play as seniors in the football? One of them had the most passing yards in a career, one of them had the most receiving yards in a career, and one of them had the most receiving yards when he was a freshman. And what year did they all play their last game at Tahlequah High School?
We're getting real technical here. What year did they all play their last game?
You have to listen very closely.
Not what year did they graduate. What year did they all play their last football game together?
Oh, that was a big clue.
Yeah.
That was a big clue. And that was a big scoring drive right there. I was very proud of our Tigers.
And here is the kick by Jimerson. High end-over-end kick, fielded at the... Oh, and hit. Tahlequah can get this ball going down for it, and I can't tell who got it.
We had a shot.
Big collision. I believe Sapulpa is going to get it back, but boy, Tahlequah rushed at it when they saw it.
We had a shot at it.
But I will say this, Gary, this has probably been the worst field position Sapulpa's had tonight.
Absolutely, yes.
Tigers are on. Tigers have the momentum. One Tiger's coming up a little, looks like he's holding his arm over here a little bit. I can't tell his number right now. I don't know if he was the guy coming in. He's coming on the sideline here, getting ready to take his helmet off. Number 8, it was Ray Stop. I don't know if that was his hamstring. It sure looked like he was holding his arm too, but maybe it was just the hamstring when he dove in. Here we go, 1st and 10, and they are looking to hand it off. They are going to hand it off around this right side, and met and brought down for a loss. Tigers are on fire. Was that number 7, Jaden Moore, and number 28 on the tackle, Hunter Clay. We have all kinds of guys making a name for themselves tonight as far as our player of the game.
And that's the only way you're going to get those quick guys down. There were three men had him surrounded.
And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. Tahlequah 7, Sapulpa 14. Are we going to take a quick break? We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. We got to catch our breath up here on the Green Country Sports Network. And we are back. Start of the fourth quarter. Tigers cut the lead to 7. Sapulpa stumbling backwards, and we will take it.
Yes, sir.
We need another one of those false starts on them or something, move them back another 5, give Tahlequah some more momentum.
Boy, if you're a Tahlequah athlete, that Tiger Fight song still gets your heart beating.
Yes, it does. And here's the snap, handing it off the middle. Met right away by a couple of Tigers. One of them I saw was number 3, Coda Bunch. I know there were a couple more there.
Yes, I had a bunch of them there. Munoz was in on that.
Was there? Yeah, I just saw the number 3 there. So 11:38 to go. Clock is moving. Third down, and is it 9? 3rd and 9 for Sapulpa. So let's see what they call here. What do you think, a run or a pass?
Well, I'm not a coach, so I don't know. We'll see here in about 5 seconds.
And he's faking the handoff, and met, and he's chased, and he's going to get brought down by with maybe a yard gain. Tigers played fantastic defense right there. See, the tackle originally was, can't tell who it was that made it. The guy right here laying down was the first one to get to him, but I can't see his number.
Mason Watkins jumped in on the
pile. That was number 30, was the first guy to get to him. Was it 30? I can't tell his number there. Maybe it is 28, Hunter Clay. Sad I can't tell 28 and 30.
Well, it's a long way up here, Kelly.
It is. It really is a long way. And I'm trying to see our screen, but it's just a little blurry. I don't know.
Got a little dirty window, too.
Yeah. So 10:38 to go. Sapulpa back to punt. We have 2 guys back to receives on a punt save. And is he going to – oh, no, he isn't going to rugby it. I was like, whoa, is he going to keep – and he had a really good – I don't know that he should try to pick it up. I'd just leave it alone.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I know. And that's about as good a punt as you can get.
Gosh.
Great field position there. Tahlequah will have the ball on the Cherokee County Collision 1st and 10, but that's a fantastic punt. That's college-level punting right there.
That's why they do that rugby punt.
Yeah.
It bounces,
Because at first, well, you
yards?
never know. Is he going to kind of take off and run with it? Which I didn't think he would, but you never know. But or is he going to punt it? And he punted it, and it took a huge bounce. And you really just had to, because I'm thinking if they'd have tried to pick it up, you just never know.
Oh, no, he did the smart thing getting out of the way. All right, Tigers, here we go.
Here we go. 1st and 10, ball on the Tigers' own 24-yard line. 10:22 to go, 4th quarter. Huge drive coming up for the Tigers. And handing it off to McMurtry, running right, has a hole and brought down after a gain of about 7. Nice pickup there by McMurtry, just chipping away.
I wish I could talk to a coach and find out what we've done differently.
Maybe we can get a hold of him later and just talk to him and see, maybe this weekend or tomorrow, Monday, see if we can figure out what was the change.
That's opened up for sure.
Here's another Joyce rolling around right, has a man open, caught and brought down at the 36-yard line, going to pick up a Cherokee County Collision. 1st and 10, Tigers on the move.
Jacob Morrison on the reception.
I believe he was brought down by number 1 originally that got him for Josiah Meggs for Sapulpa.
Well, they're off 7 yards off of our receivers, so that
they're
passes
giving it
there a lot.
Yeah. 9:44 to go, 4th quarter. Joyce again handing it off to McMurtry. Breaks the tackle. Moving right, has it open, and I don't know if they're going to catch him. The 30, the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Tigers. Huge. I don't see any laundry on the field. We are good to go. And McMurtry just going and moving and moving. Oh, wow, what a play for the Tigers. The momentum shifted. 9:33 to go. It's 13-14 Tahlequah.
And Cale Matlock made a wonderful block there.
He did.
Sealed that guy inside. McMurtry went outside.
Uh-oh, we got an injured Tiger here real quick. I did not see who it is, but they are carrying him. They're picking him up and not letting him put pressure on that left leg.
That doesn't look good.
And I can't see his number. He's laid down at an angle that we just can't tell.
Cramps.
Maybe it is a cramp. Let's just hope it's a cramp.
I hope so.
Yeah, that'd be me. If it was me, I'd be cramping for sure. Huge extra point attempt here. Oh, no. Got a flag. Flags again brought to you by Suzanne Meyer, Century 21 Right Real Estate, your professional realtor. It's going to be against Sapulpa.
So are we going to go for 2? No.
Yeah, it does bring up going for 2, but I'm not sure. Oh, Tigers are going to – are they going to go for it? Oh, they are going to go for it. Wow. Huge gutsy call by Gilbert, and I like it. What do you think?
Well, if it works, we'll all like it. Oh.
If any of the coaches watch this later, don't you just love our analysis? There's a reason why. Well, Gary, you did coach, but there's a reason why I didn't.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
You're just putting yourself out
Maybe
there.
we could do that swinging gate like they did last week at Hale or something. I'm just kidding. Timeout Sapulpa. They don't know what's going on. I think we're gonna keep it here. Craig won't let us catch our breath. I need to puff him on Haler.
Oh, this is the most exciting game we've had in a while.
This is a good game. Good game. And 9:33 to go. Tahlequah is 1 point away from tying it. 2 points away from taking the lead. Huge play here. This is when you pull out the, I don't know, we come up with those plays that they work on all this stuff.
Yes.
They have specific plays only for this, and they've got one they probably haven't even used that they might try to pull out. Then again, they might just run it. You never know. Keep your quarterback keep. Or they could do the snap directly to McMurtry.
Yeah. Well, McMurtry had minus 8 yards the first half, and here
what's he got now, Craig? What do you got him at?
He is rolling right now.
He's over 100, I think.
Our line is just opening up huge holes for him. I don't know what's different, but it's sure working.
The 130, is that after you take away the -8? So 122? So
Wow.
now we're very unofficial.
Wow.
But
Okay, this is the
and
big one.
Tigers are still going to go for it. I kind of thought maybe they'd come back out. And they have McMurtry as the quarterback. Direct snap. Sapulpa reading it. I think they knew it was going to happen, and they read it, bring him in, and Sapulpa with a huge stop.
Oh, boy, that was so close.
Man.
That was so close.
Darn it. Sapulpa does have 2 guys down. They will get the ball. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They have 2. Yeah, they have 2 guys down here. It looks like a big lineman. Cramps, hopefully that's what it is. And then they have another guy down at the 5. Are we going to take a quick break while they tend to them, and we'll be right back on the Green Country Sports Network. And welcome back to the Green Country Sports Network. We are working on the winner here, having a little bit of a technical difficulty, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Again, we want to thank B.J. Baker, trial attorney, for being one of our fantastic sponsors. High end-over-end kick. Tigers no good on the play. Ball fielded at the 20 and tackled and brought down at the 30-yard line. A 10-yard return for Sapulpa. 9:28 to go. This is going to be a huge stop for the defense if they can get it going, Gary.
Yes, sir. Jaden Moore was in on that tackle.
Right.
Very good open field tackle there.
Another sponsor we want to thank tonight is we want to thank Lou Kelly for taking care of us on some of our production stuff. He has the quamix.com and reddirttexascountry.com. Anytime you want to tune into there, he would definitely appreciate it. If you'd like to sponsor him too, he would appreciate that.
That was a tough trivia question, apparently.
Apparently so, Gary. You stumped too many people.
Yeah.
And here we go. Quarterback keep. They're going to blow it dead.
Oh.
I don't think he heard it, though. It's going to be a penalty, I believe. It's going to be a false start on the offense. So either way, it would have been a 5-yarder.
Hunter Clay had him surrounded.
He
there.
did. So they took a tackle away from Clay. It's going to bring up a 1st and 15, 9:25 to go on the clock.
Momentum is such an amazing thing.
Okay.
It's just, you go from
Right.
thinking you're losing to thinking you're going to win it.
If you've answered correctly tonight, one thing you got to remember, you have to subscribe. I'll say you better. You have to subscribe to our YouTube channel or you are not eligible to win. So the person that possibly got it needs to subscribe.
Hunter Clay.
Hunter Clay with a big tackle there.
Yeah,
Again, we are going to draw here, or we are going to do this in just a minute.
He's getting across there unblocked. They're just letting him go, and it's not working out too well for Sapulpa right now.
Right. And 8:52 to go. We're going to be a 2nd and 13 for Sapulpa. Tigers playing some tough defense now.
Don't let anybody get behind you.
Man shifting, handing it off up the middle. They are not letting them go anywhere. Brought down for about a 3 or 4 yard loss here. And they got the guys over here, back here, and the defensive guys arguing and kind of fighting. And I think it's going to be a personal foul on Sapulpa here. And the Tigers are very upset, but I can't tell what's going on. Yeah. And the Tigers are moving their guys back.
Braden Northington was in on that tackle along with several more players.
And we're going to hear the call right now and it's going to be a personal foul on the offense. Going to move them back 15 yards. Huge play there, but whatever was going on, Gary, I got a little sidetracked. I know I'm supposed to be the play-by-play guy. But I saw him kind of scuffling back there in the back, and the Tigers were upset about it. So it must have been something that they were getting hit hard on. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. Don't you know that, Coach, that's why they can't sleep at night.
Yeah.
25 yards from the play, and they're getting a personal foul.
That's going to bring up a big second down and long now.
Well, you know the Eddie Sutton story, don't you?
Probably.
He coached at OSU.
Oh, yeah.
Basketball.
Oh, yeah.
They asked him how he slept after a big loss. He said, I slept like a baby. I woke up every hour and cried.
He probably didn't want to eat, though, like most babies do. He's probably sick to his stomach.
Yeah.
He's a great coach. And,
yes, he was.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 28. I said second. And a
handoff.
handoff. They got to get him down. Huge hit there by the Tigers. And going to stop him. It's going to be a 4th down and 11. So even though they picked up a huge chunk, it is still going to be 4th down. Sapulpa will be forced to punt. Again, they got to get a guy deep back there and watch out for this rugby kick.
It just scares you to death when he gets out in the open.
It does. And it's so hard because they're playing a punt safe, because they're bringing 2 guys back. And so, it's tough. Really what we need is we need them to mess up and fumble or something. There he goes running again. Another wobbly snap over McMurtry's head again.
On.
They should have moved him back a little bit. It is what it is. So, again, great field position, and it just keeps rolling. I would have said if you're going to have the 2 guys back, bring one of them back deeper. But, again,
hey, he's a good.
I don't know what I'm doing. That's a good.
Punt,
yeah, he's a good punter. That makes a huge deal in the game.
Had the wind at his back.
Are we going to call our winner? All right. Our winner tonight. So, Gary, tell them the year. What was the answer?
The year, I'm going to give you the gentleman's name first.
Okay.
Justin Sutherland was our quarterback with the career passing yardage. Luke Dobbins was the receiver with the career receiving. And Mitch Robinson was the freshman receiver. They all made All-State in 1999.
Yep, that was the year they last played together. So the winner. And here is the handoff up the middle and brought down after he might not have gained anything. He might have lost a yard there. McMurtry, good tackle by Sapulpa. So our winner tonight is, I don't know the name. It just says Ash 4706. You are our winner of the Palms 30-minute massage. I've gotten so tied into this game. Thank you, Megan White from the Palms, for giving that up. Ash, we need you to message us on our Facebook page, your email or phone number. Really just your email so we can get that to you, and Megan will get you your certificate. And here's a pass, caught at the 15, and tries to break a tackle, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of about 7 or 8 here. It's going to bring up I think it's going to be a 3rd and call it 2-1. 6:45 to go in this 4th quarter. Tigers need a first down here. 3rd and 1, big 3rd down, Gary.
Yes, and Coda Bunch was the receiver on that one.
Oh, Ashley Stevens is the winner.
Oh,
I don't know,
Ashley.
Ashley. I'm not sure if you can win. I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Ashley.
No, Ashley's a good dude. So here we go around that left edge, picking up the first down. Nice play there. I believe that was a quarterback keep by Joyce.
Yes. He had to retreat a few yards to get around the tackler.
And that's going to bring up a Cherokee County collision, 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Woo! Keep it going. Keep it going. Line is doing a great job right now. I don't know if Sapulpa's got tired, we've got refreshed, whatever it is, we are doing a nice job.
Yeah. We also want to thank our pregame show sponsor, UFFC Mortgage. Go by and see Herb Kimball. He'll get you taken care of with the right loan officer. And here's the quarterback keep, and he's going to go up about 4 yards there. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 6. Tigers moving, clock still moving. 6:12 to go, 4th quarter. Joyce is going to be sore tonight.
They are. And they are really watching McMurtry. He came across on that fake sweep, and they had him spotted. It's time for him to get another one of those long runs, isn't
Right, it is. 5:55, clock still moving here. We're going to have a penalty here. They're stopping. It's going to be an offside on the defense. They've had several of those tonight. I bet their coach is just sick. And going to bring up now a 2nd and 1. Very manageable.
Keep it going. Keep it going. We've got those little passes out in the flat. Gets their attention just enough to open up some running lanes up the middle. Got a really good game plan going right now.
Right. And here we go, rolling around to pass. Has a man open deep, number 6, and caught at the 36-yard line. And it's
Morrison.
Jacob Morrison with a fantastic catch.
A diving
and even
catch.
better is a great throw by Joyce. Joyce is playing so well tonight.
Yes.
Showing that senior leadership.
Yeah, he's had a lot of passes, a little short, a little long. That was perfect.
It was. Tigers moving fast here, 5:25 to go. Handing it off to McMurtry, met right away by Sapulpa Chieftain. Nope, they're going to give him a loss of about a half a yard. They're going to give him back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Clock now at 5 minutes to go in the game. And 9. They're going to call it 9. They did give him a yard.
That tackler was 295. It's like McMurtry hit a wall.
Yeah, that was a tough one. He ran right into that guy. His 80, was it number 80? Yeah, it was number 80, Xander Conell. He's 188 pounds, but he looked bigger now. And here we go around the right side. McMurtry is going to be brought down. I believe he's going to get a first down. Cherokee County collision, 1st and 10. Ball is going to be on the 25. Tigers on the move again.
You know, we've run that play since the very first scrimmage, and that is working tonight. He goes off tackle and breaks it to the side. Just outran the defender.
Yeah, sure did. Clock has stopped as he went out of bounds. And here we go with the snap. Oh, Joyce hits his own player. Going around the right side, has a space to run, and is going to pick up about 6 or 7 yards. Good run again by Joyce. At first, he ran right into McMurtry. McMurtry's pointing to himself saying, my bad. Maybe they got tied up a little bit, but honestly, it didn't really affect him too much.
It was a busted play that worked out really good.
Yeah, clock has stopped again. 4:40 to go. 2nd and 2 for the Tigers. We are now in field goal range, which is fantastic.
We want a touchdown, though.
And here we go. Joyce with the keep around the right side again, and he's going to be brought down for a loss at the 20-yard line. Tackle made by number 70, Marcus Medina, the senior, 5'10", 211. I believe he was one that was hurt earlier, and it's good to see him back. We just need to miss that tackle. Clock moving, 4:15 to go, 4th quarter. We are on the edge of our seats here. Great game.
Huge third down.
Thanks for tuning in with us tonight.
Huge third down call.
3rd down, 4 to go. Joyce with the snap, bringing it around the right side, and he's going to be brought down short.
Well, it's going to be close.
It's going to be close, but I think they're calling him short. It's going to be a 4th down and 1. And he is out of bounds. Clock has stopped. 3:57 remaining. I don't know. What do you think? Kick it or go for it?
Well, it's on the right hash marks. It'd be a pretty severe angle. Jimerson was our player of the game last week. He made 6 or 7 extra points.
Yeah, but this is a little, not that he can't do it. It's just, I think the Tigers will go for this.
We'd sure rather have a touchdown, Kelly.
We would. I don't know how many timeouts they got left. I think we got 2, they got 2, so we'll see what goes. But here we go. Here is the snap. Joyce with the keeper around the right side. Has blockers, and here he goes to 5.
Yes!
And touchdown, Tahlequah.
Yes!
No flags on the field.
Yes!
And here we go. What a night for Tyler Joyce.
Kelly, we talked about being perfect. That was perfect.
I yelled a lot, so if you guys are hearing me yell over there, I'm sorry, but we're getting excited. This is a game where we've actually played pretty complete for the most part. You know?
This second half has been much better. But the game's not over. We just
It is not over.
Going.
So now, of course, the Tigers do need to go for 2, as they did not get the extra point the last time, the extra 2-point try. So let's see what the Tigers draw up here. This, again, where I say they snap it directly to McMurtry and to run some kind of reverse or something. Because what they're going to be looking for is they're going to be looking for McMurtry to run it, I think. Now, I think they're going to have to burn a timeout. Yes, they are taking too long as the play clock was ending. Are we going to take a break? We're going to take a quick break and catch our breath. We'll be right back in 30 seconds on the Green Country Sports Network. And we are back. Gary, do you need a puff of my inhaler? I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. But Tigers now getting ready to go for it for an extra point here. Let's see what the play is. And got a man in motion, Cale Matlock, faking the handoff. Has 2 men open in the end zone and caught. Yes. Nice 2-point conversion. He had his pick right there.
Yes.
He had Coda Bunch open, and he had one other guy. I didn't even see the number. I'll look down here. But it was a really good job of getting Cale Matlock off the ball, running around, bringing bringing the guy defending him over.
Yeah, that one defender trying to guard both of them. It's just, what do you do?
Yeah, brings him over. He didn't know where to go. He stopped, and you got 2 guys in the end zone open and caught Coda Bunch. Nice job of holding on to it. Sometimes that ball comes at you when it's wide open like that, and it's like covered in grease almost, so he did a fantastic job of that. Tigers now up 14-21. Great news, because then they got to score, they can't score and win the game.
Right. Yeah, that was huge 2-point conversion.
Unless they go for 2, yes, I guess I shouldn't say that, but they're going to have to go for 2. I mean, they got to, otherwise they're going to, tie it up and go to overtime.
Folks, if you're not up here watching this, you are missing a great game.
We do appreciate you tuning in, but anytime you can be here and be loud for these Tigers, we know that the coaches and the team love it, and we love it.
Yeah.
And here we go with the kickoff. Short, again, end-over-end kick. Fielded at the, and he's bobbled it. Oh, man, and he got right back on it. He's going to field it at the 29. That's about the second time that's happened. Maybe that's why he is kicking it short tonight.
Yeah. I'd like to say hello to the Thorntons, Seth Thornton's grandma and grandpa. And I know they're home watching this game. They're loyal Tigers supporters. A lot of friends watch these games. All right, defense. We've been playing well all game. They start out 14-0 and haven't scored since. Number 4 was their big gun. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And here's the handoff around the right side to number 5, and good job by the Tigers. First met by number 7, Jaden Moore with the tackle.
Boy, he's coming on, isn't he? He's getting at a lot of stuff here lately.
Yeah. 3:35 to go, fourth quarter. I've got excited there, and I haven't told y'all how much time. My apologies. 3:20, actually clock moving now, 3:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Tigers leading 21-14. Sapulpa has a second down and 5. Still plenty of time on there, but the defense has been playing so well this second half, pitching a shutout.
Tahlequah's got a safety back 15 yards trying to stop that long play.
Yes, they are. And here's the handoff up the middle. Met again by number 7, Jaden Moore, and a couple of other Tigers, but 2 big tackles right there by Jaden Moore in a row.
Yeah, he came right around the end and got the receiver, grabbed a hold of him in the backfield.
Yes, he did.
Slowed him down.
2:50 to go, fourth quarter. Tahlequah leading 21-14. Clock is moving. 3rd down and 1 for the Tigers.
Huge play here. Be good to stop.
Yes, it would. And handing it off and met, but he is going to push forward for about 4 and get a Sequoia. The Chieftains, 1st and 10. Sapulpa, I tried to say Sequoia. Sapulpa Chieftains, 1st and 10. Ball on the 43, 2:30 to go in this 4th quarter. Sapulpa taking their time, not really in a rush. They're showing 2 men to the left, 2 to the right here, letting the clock go. Dropping back, looking for someone open. Tigers do have good defense. He is going to scramble now and going to be brought down after a gain of about 6. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down. We're going to call this 5. 2nd and 5. Clock moving, 2 minutes to go. 4th quarter. 2nd and 5, ball on the 46-yard line.
Our secondary did a wonderful job. There was just nobody to pass to back there.
Did job. Oh, clock has stopped now. Not sure why they're doing it. Oh, there was a flag. I'm sorry. I did not see the flag. Thank you again, Suzanne Myers, Central 21 Right Real Estate, for the sponsoring the flags tonight.
Well, you never see a high school player quarterback slide, running back slide, but he slid.
Right.
Oh, they're waving it off.
Oh, nope. I guess they're going to wave it off. So
they just stopped the clock.
Right. And another 2 of our big major sponsors for the Tahlequah Tigers is Tommy Nix Auto Group in Macon, Cherokee County. I want to thank them for being major sponsors for the Tahlequah Tigers this year. Yeah. And here we go, 1:58 to go. Clock moving now. 2nd and 5 for the for the Chieftains. And here we go, handing it off, nowhere to go. Met by a host of Tigers, and he's going to lose about 1.5 yards. Tigers are playing some fantastic defense, bringing up a 3rd down. Call it 7.
There's that man
6.
again, Hunter Clay.
6. Hunter Clay. And 1:35 to go. Clock still moving. Sapulpa still not moving fast. 3rd and 6. We do know if they don't get it, they're going for it, of course, because they got to score. And clock still moving. 1:24 to go. And here we go. Dropping back, looking to pass. Covered everywhere. And, he has a guy who got open, caught for a 1st down at the 45 or 35, and brought down. It's going to be brought down to the 29-yard line. That's going to get a 1st down for Sapulpa. 1:14 to go. Man, they're making it close.
He just.
Oh no! We got a penalty on the play. I think it's going to be a holding. Anthony, one of our producers, is saying he thinks it's holding. They're talking deep about this, so I'm going to see. We got the replay right here on our side.
He just had all day to throw that.
I'm not sure what they call, and I couldn't see it, but there is a flag back there.
Sapulpa's not happy, whatever it is.
Could be a chop block, too. Oh, they're looking over to the Sapulpa side now. 1:14 to go. Sapulpa does have a 1st down. They're going to wave it off again. Darn it.
Well, what in the world?
So I don't know what happened, but they waved it off. They're picking it up, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Chieftains. They are moving. We got to play some deep coverage and not let them get in that end zone. 1:07 to go. Clock has started. 1:04. Sapulpa looking here, and he's dropping back to pass. And Matt, screen pass, and Matt ran away for a loss of about 55 seconds to go. Sapulpa is going to take a timeout. Actually, 54 seconds to go. Fantastic job by the defense there, Gary.
Who made that tackle?
I don't know. We're going to look at it here and see if we can tell who made that tackle.
Number 6. Looked like Jacob Morrison.
Was it Jacob Morrison?
Looked like. Well, I love that little thing right there. That was a form tackle. You couldn't have done it any better.
Coming off his blocker. Actually, it was number 5, Munoz with the tackle.
Wow. That's the way we like to see it done right there.
I wish we could pick the whole defense as the player of the game, but we got to pick one.
I saw the score clock saying they have 1 timeout left.
Yeah. And you're supposed to be making your way down here in a minute for the player of the game.
Oh, boy.
I don't know who's going to write it because I can't write it. I'm not very good, but
I'll tell you what, it's going to be tough picking the player.
Yeah, and actually we'll probably just wait and send Gary down until after the game is over. 54 seconds to go, 2nd and 12 for the Chieftains. Ball on the 32. And here we go, dropping back to pass, looking for somebody, getting chased, and he's brought down for another loss there. Was it number 16 on the tackle? That is Mason Watkins. Fantastic job, and he is pumped. 38 seconds to go. 1 timeout left for the Chieftains, and they have not called it. 3rd down and 13, and they are not rushing either. Here is the snap, looking to pass again. Has a good protection. Is getting chased. Oh, he breaks 1 tackle, throws it, and it's incomplete. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 13. 20 seconds to go in the ball game. Woohoo! You need a brown paper bag?
Woo! Man, hyperventilate, yes.
Hyperventilate.
Boy, if we could have made that tackle, that would have forced them to use their last timeout.
It would have. And he was close to it.
That was great effort.
And they are going to have a timeout. Sapulpa is going to take their final timeout. We're going to keep it here because I can't talk, and Craig wants me to keep it here.
Well, yes. So what would you do? Are we going to try to put maximum pressure on the quarterback? We're going to drop back? What are we going to do?
I think what we do is we just keep him out of the end zone. There's only 20 seconds left. And I know that sounds like, well, they might win, they might lose. What I'm trying to say is drop everybody, in my opinion, play a safe defense. Rush 3, of course. Play your safe defense. Keep them in bounds. And there's only 20 seconds to go. Make the quarterback run, scramble, whatever you got to do. Knock that clock off.
And they got to get
13 yards. So
got to get.
I mean, I know you keep out of the end zone, they're going to win the game. Of course, that's the simple thing. But and what I'm trying to play it safe here. So, are you going to write who it is? Okay. So we have picked our player of the game, but we will mention that here briefly in a minute after the game is over. 20 seconds to go.
That doesn't look like illegal.
And here we go, and he's looking to pass, and he breaks a tackle, and he has another guy open, and it's overthrown.
Wow.
And it is incomplete. Tigers with the stop, taking it over, 11 seconds to go.
Wow.
And that will be all she wrote.
Boy, you talk about some happy Tigers down on the field.
Yeah, Gary is going to make his way down, and tonight our Green Country Sports Network and Buffalo Wild Wings player of the game is Tyler Joyce. Fantastic game by the senior tonight. He had, let's see here, 155 yards passing, 107 rushing from what we can tell, and he threw for a couple of touchdowns, or threw for 1 or 2, and he threw for 1 touchdown, ran 1, and or did he throw for 2 touchdowns? I can't remember. He ran for 1 and passed for 1, and so he is our player of the game tonight. Gary will go down and present that to him. And congratulations, Tyler Joyce. Too many guys to pick from. Yeah, Ryan Hosley and Gary Wing are going to go down and present that to him. And the Tigers with a huge win tonight, 21-14. The clock is moving down. 3 seconds to go, and here we go. And that is the ball game. Tigers overjoyed. Yeah, congratulations, Grandma, Bill, and Pam is what Gary said. So, great win for the Tigers tonight. And we're going to take a quick break, and we will come right back for the quick post-game show here on the Green Country Sports Network. Welcome back on the Green Country Sports Network post-game show. Fantastic job by the Tigers. Tigers getting the win, 21-14. Kelly Calloway and Craig Wing here. Gary went down to present Tyler Joyce with our player of the game. And Craig, give me some stats.
All right. Tyler got our player of the game, and rightfully so. Malik had an amazing second half. The first half he had 8 carries for -8 yards. The second half I have him 19 carries for roughly 141 yards. That's an amazing second half, and you really want to give him the player of the game.
Or the defense.
And the defense was amazing, and I'll get into some tackles here in a second. But Tyler had just an impeccable second half. He threw for a touchdown, ran for a touchdown, threw for a 2-point conversion.
He was our punter.
He was the punter. He was 6 for 10 passing in the second half for 92 yards. For a team that doesn't pass a lot, that's amazing. The second half, the defense, you could almost give the player of the game to the entire defense.
Yeah, that's what
for
I'm
the
saying.
second half. They just shut Sapulpa down. Tackles, Mason Watkins, let's give him some credit. He had 10 tackles on the game, 6 in the second half. Jaden Moore, 5 tackles in the second half. We didn't really call his name at all in the first half. He came up big in the second half. Hunter Clay, we called his name over and over and over again. He had 4 tackles in the second half, 3 for a loss, 4 tackles in the first half, 2 for a loss. That's just disruptive football, and all those players could have had their name called for player of the game.
Oh yeah, and like you said, the defense completely. Another one is the defense you could have had. You could have also said the offensive line opening up these holes that they gave on the second half. There was nothing that could be done on the first. On the first half, they couldn't do anything, and they completely opened up the game. You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
In the first half, when Malik has -8, that's not all on him. But the second half, you guys mentioned it, they totally turned it around. I don't really know what they changed, but it was just an amazing second half. Nearly mistake-free. We had 3 penalties in the second half. For 30 yards, we had 6 penalties in the first half.
Right.
No low snaps.
Maybe one. There was one.
In the first half. In the second half,
sorry,
no low snaps, no interceptions, no fumbles. We took care of the ball.
Right.
Just the best half of football by far that Tahlequah's played.
I can guarantee you right now, Coach Gilbert's in there just telling them, you know what I mean, and things like that, just telling them how proud he is of them. What a fantastic job by Coach Wilson's defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Offensive line coaches did a fantastic. Just overall the best game that I can, you know what I mean, the best game we can think of. So, but we are going to call that a night, Craig. We got to get torn down, and they'll shut lights off on us here briefly if we don't. And but again, thanks to all of our sponsors tonight for sponsoring us. I'm getting tongue-tied. Springwater Fence, Springwater Lawn Care, Green Country Funeral Home, Cherokee County Collision, UFFC Mortgage, Two Sisters Financial, Armstrong Bank, H&H Quality Tire and Auto, State Farm, Laura Lund, Rafa's Burrito, First Baptist Church First Students, Spring Hollow Feed and Supply, the Athletic Foundation of Tahlequah Public Schools, Buffalo Wild Wings, the Qual, State Representative Bob Ed Culver, Grace Medical Supply, B.J. Baker Trial Attorney, RedDirtTexasCountry.com, and of course our penalty sponsor, Suzanne Meyer, Century 21 Right Real Estate. We will be here. We'll be back next week. I think we'll be on the road next week. I didn't even look at the schedule. I don't even know right now. But we will be on and broadcasting, so tune in to see us next time on the Green Country Sports Network. Good night.